to pull up a video or whoops something, we can have it come up in the middle.
True.
And then just keep it off while we're not using it.
True that,
If you
bro.
have something you want to pull up, or
I don't want to pull anything up, but
when you do,
a
if you
thing
do,
popped
it's
into my
there.
mind that I forgot to ever talk to you about. Like, if you heard anything about it, did you hear anything about that fucking submersible shit that happened,
yeah.
bro?
Yeah, I did.
That shit took me over there. Like when I
Really?
first started.
What, you were like obsessed with it?
A little bit obsessed, but not obsessed. Like, I don't know what happened there, man. Like, I got really like just engulfed in like keeping up with it. Like just because it was kind of one of those things where at least at first it looked like, damn, these fucking guys, these people might be stranded. Like, they might still be down there and
The
shit.
first like day or two.
But then it came out in the end where it's like it seemed like on day one they knew it probably collapsed. Like, right away. There was audio recordings of like some type of implosion or
And it would
explosion
happen,
sound.
like,
Yeah.
If it happened, like that's the thing.
Bro, I don't know what it was about that shit, bro, but it fucked me up. Like, yeah, like just I kept picturing like myself, like what would that be like down there? Like, bro, that's nightmare.
That's
fuel.
nightmare shit. And there was 3 or 4 people
Like
on
4 or 5 people.
Oh yeah, not
One
very
of them-
many.
it's so sad too. The one kid that went down there, he only went because his dad wanted to go. He's like, I'm terrified.
Wasn't he like a billionaire or something?
Yeah,
like
his
that?
dad was really rich.
I remember seeing that too. The kid was
like,
terrified.
I don't want it, but I'm gonna do it for my dad on Father's Day. And then just for that to happen, man, that shit, it fucked me up.
That is
The more that came out about it fucked me up. There was one point, I don't know what it ended up being, but like halfway through the week when they're like, yeah, they still might have oxygen, they might still be alive. There was like these banging sounds that got recorded. Did you hear anything about that?
No, I didn't.
Every half hour there was like a boom, 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 boom.
What?
Every half hour. And at first they're like, this might be them. Like, but then it came out, now they imploded like
So
on
what
their
was
descent.
that then?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh.
What the fuck was those banging sounds?
What the crap was
I don't know
that?
if-
then?
I don't
I
know
haven't
what-
heard that.
I haven't really followed it closely enough to know, like, did they think of what that might have been? But on, like, day 2 or 3, like, every half hour, there was banging sounds that got recorded by, like, super sensitive mics in the ocean. By, like Army.
Yeah,
and
I know
shit
they
like
have
that.
mics like that down in the ocean.
But then by the end of it, it had been confirmed. Like, when they lost contact with it, like, right around that exact time, like, really loud banging sound was recorded. Which they said was like likely the implosion. But the fact that they went that whole week saying they might still be
I
alive.
know, yeah, that's what I kept seeing
And
too.
what the
was-
fuck are these banging sounds? Like, James Cameron did like a huge piece on it. I didn't know until before this. He's been like to the very deepest parts of the
He's
ocean.
been
Like,
there,
3
yeah.
times deeper
Yeah,
than the
he's
Titanic.
been there, yeah. That's
In a
fucked.
craft he designed.
That's trippy. I didn't know that
He's been
either.
to the-
I know he's been down
He's been
there.
to the Titanic over 30 times or something.
Because he did like a whole thing on it too.
Yeah.
Like
Well, he did the Titanic.
yeah, well, and the movie, yeah.
But like, I didn't realize all that. But he did like an interview and said like, yeah, I heard the day it went missing and got lost. Like, I heard that there was these recordings of like a loud banging. He's like, I knew right away it imploded.
I didn't know that.
And he said like the fact that they drew out the whole like search and rescue thing was like bizarre. Like what
So they
was all
knew
that?
they knew right away.
Pretty much
basically.
like the Navy recorded some fucking.
Of course they want to make it like they might still be okay. Bullshit.
But like, what does that mean for the families? Like, were they hopeful? Like, oh, they might still be down there, but like they knew right away. Like, no, they're fucked. Like that whole thing just fucked me up for a while, bro. I got a little bit.
I heard
obsessed
about it,
with
but yeah, I didn't really get too into it.
I don't know what it struck a chord big time and just terrified me.
That's fucking. That's
fascinated
a
me.
fucked up way to die. Like a terrifying, scary way to go.
And like, dude, that company, bro, OceanGate, has like fired previous employees for saying you guys are doing like unsafe
I've
practice.
seen some shit like that that is sketchy.
Then the craft was never actually like inspected and certified to dive at those depths. Like, they bypassed a lot of shit and charged people like $250,000 to go down there and fucking die.
That's fucked.
$250,000 each.
I wouldn't go to that fucking depth.
Me
I don't
neither.
care what the fuck kind of crap you put me in.
Me
Man.
neither. I would only go in a sub if it was like maybe like 50 feet max.
Yeah.
Anything
Somewhere
more-
I can swim out
Exactly.
if I have to.
If something goes wrong and you're done, like,
How deep did that thing go?
oh, bro, forget it.
I don't know
like
either. How deep's the fucking Titanic? Well, let's look it
I
up.
forget if it's like check it out. I forget if it's like 1,000 meters perhaps or
What do I look
what
for?
that
How
translates.
deep is the fucking?
How deep is the Titanic
Oops.
wreckage?
That was what I had this queued up from what we were to do before.
Titanic wreck depth.
Oops.
Wow.
12,500 feet.
Yeah, so it's over 1,000 feet. I forget what that translates to in meters. It's like hundreds of meters, like maybe 300 meters, something like that.
There, you can't see it on there before. Now you can. 12,000.
And I guess they got close to that depth. The submersible, it got to like, I forget, maybe 11 something, near 12 when they lost contact.
And then it went. Because that's what it went to do, was just look at the Titanic, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the trip, right?
It's been there before and shit. But
how long does it take to get down to that, too? It took
a while. And it takes like 2 hours or something. And it takes like more than that to go back up. Because then you have to do it slowly.
You have to go slow, yeah.
It was like an 8-hour ascent or something like that. So even if they got there and rescued them like at the bottom with like 2 hours of oxygen,
no way.
You can't even go up.
I remember seeing that once it was after a day. It was like, well, even if we could get someone there's no way to get them back anyways. They're already gone.
And then they pulled some wreckage out of the fucking water too at one point.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
that kind of shit's like, did they just like set that up?
That's what I'm saying.
They actually pulled the...
Well, they did. Yeah, there's photos of like them with the recovered
wreckage.
wreckage. But like, again, it's just scraps of shit. It doesn't look like... You don't know what the fuck they're pulling out of there. It's likely what they say it is like, at the end of the day. Like,
could be.
It kind of... Some people like... Even I forget, someone really close to the company like saw a bit of the wreckage. They're like, yeah, that is the landing piece for like the Titan submersible. So like, I'm pretty damn sure that was the wreckage they pulled.
There's been plane crashes like that where they like
disappearing like
there's
occurrences.
a good Netflix documentary on a plane that did that, and there's like how they think they could have covered it up, this and that, yada yada. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Dude, I hate how like misinformed and untrustworthy the world is and shit. Like even when a story happens, you can't you don't know what the fuck to believe. Like, even all the shit that I looked up and read about that shit could be just some cover up, fake at the end of the day. Like, and you don't know it.
Yeah,
because there is so much fakery.
You got to take everything with a grain of salt nowadays.
It's tough to find like a reliable source because everybody's just looking for attention, not like trustworthy.
Most shit's bullshit.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
It's unfortunate. But I don't know what it was about that shit to fuck me up.
It was interesting. It was weird and like a weird, crazy freak thing that just happened.
And just so like
when I first heard about it, I was like, "Oh, this is fuck." Because I was hearing some things, I was like, "I don't really know what the fuck any of that is." And then you look into it a bit, and it's like, "Okay, that's fucked."
It just got more terrifying the more I looked into it.
Yeah, that's fucked.
The fucking shit had carbon fiber in the design, bro.
Really?
Yeah, and that's likely the part that failed. I think they're kind of...
That seems weird if I was going like fucking 1,300 feet down.
Right?
13,000 feet down.
Yeah.
I'm not putting
That's the shit that
lightweight, weak material on
I'm pretty
shit.
sure that's some of the shit that the ex-employees were saying. Like, you can't be using carbon fiber. Like, I remember, I think there's an old employee who said, like, he did a test dive with the Titan, and he was hearing, like, gunshot loud bangs from the hull of it that was made of carbon fiber. And he warned, like, you can't be diving. This isn't safe. Like, and they just ignored it, fired him. Like
that's the kind of a mindset of a lot of companies, man. Like it doesn't matter. They're just like, just skip over the safety shit, like this and that. If something's wrong, it'll be fine.
Like part of me respects the shit out of those people though, because like that's the modern day equivalent of like the people who set sail on the ocean and fucking went to uncharted territories, or people that go to space.
In a sense,
that's like
there's gonna be shit that goes wrong. If you're going to the
bottom of the sea, you're signing up for extreme danger.
Oh yeah,
you know the risks.
Yeah, that's part of that.
So part of me also respects the shit out of those people for even like attempting that.
It takes balls to do that.
But the fact that it ended the way it did and that they ignored.
And if some people said, "Hey, this could be bad," and they still said, "Fuck it, just go ahead," that's fucked.
That's the part that makes it so sad.
Because we're smarter than that. We should be like, let's build something better.
Yeah,
we have the fucking technology to build something better.
Yeah, you got to use carbon fiber, steel, like. For submersible.
Put the hardest fucking steel.
Like titanium.
Make a tungsten fucking... It would weigh like 1 billion tons. But that is not going to implode. Or whatever the fucking... withstand that shit. 100%.
But like, yeah, they bypassed a lot of safety shit. But that's the sad part about it. Like, I respect that type of like exploration and stuff, but the ignorance is sad there.
Yeah. It's probably cheaper just to say fuck it and just go ahead with it.
Exactly.
Cheaper.
And they got rich as fuck for doing that. Killed like fucking 5 people. Their CEO founder of the company was the pilot, and fucking he's gone now. So I don't know what the hell was gonna happen with that company.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty crazy.
It's so fucking bizarre.
That's drugs.
It was very drugs, man. I didn't really want to start with that because it's very
that's cool, man. We're not talking about anything specific. If something comes to mind, talk about it.
That was something that happened. Cheers, brother.
I'm sipping that beer this evening. It's a rare occasion. How is it though? What did you
Honestly,
take? You took the Cosmic Hugs, I think, by Flying Monkey.
it's like I don't love the taste. I've never loved the taste of any beer, but that one's like the bad part.
It's
of it.
not
Comes
bitter.
and goes very
it's
quick.
not bitter. You just get that hit of like the grapefruity flavor, and then it's gone. And don't linger.
Yeah, it comes and goes very fast, and yeah, it's pretty smooth. I don't hate it.
I'm drinking an original Innocent Gun.
That one I didn't love. I tasted like
Aged
beer.
in whiskey barrels.
I don't like beer, bro.
Especially when you put it in whiskey barrels.
Yeah, I don't.
They
care what
drain
you
all the
put it
whiskey
in.
out, they just fill it with beer, and like the residual whiskey, like shit in the wood, will soak into that like other liquid. It's kind of a cool process. How
It
they
is.
do it.
That's cool that they explore those like. Those
And they
options.
do it a lot. They do it with. They have one that's rum barrels. They
Yeah.
have one that's whiskey.
They've done it with wine, right?
Scotch. No, that was a different,
Different
company, but it's
company?
the same idea.
It's so cool that they do that.
That was Nickelbrook, where they put it in. They have the one that has the coffee barrels, the red wine barrels, and then they leave that shit for like a year or two. Like
Jeez,
that's why it's
really
like
soaks it up.
$15 for like a bottle. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's aged for time. It's not.
True.
There's just like 50 days or something, not 2 years.
True. See, I don't like beer, but I definitely respect it in the process. Like, I wish I liked it. Because
That kind of shit's cool.
when we go to into the beer store or whatever, like, I'm looking at there's so many options. It's like I wish I liked something, or I wish I could do what you do and just try like a random, just pick something you haven't tried before.
Yeah,
But like,
it's an acquired taste for sure, man.
it's never caught for me. I don't enjoy that. I wish I did, but I don't love it. Even this, I don't love it.
Wine would be something to be.
Wine, yeah,
More
man. I think I'm
to
gonna
try
start
to
going back
sample.
into wine. Honestly, that was actually really good tonight. A little bit of wine we had there.
The Voga Moscato. It's cheap
Mm.
and it's really good. That's an Italian wine, I think.
Yeah, that
Pretty
one
sure Vogue
is
is.
Italian. Yeah,
That is good.
I think there's like the Pinot, like Grigio, like those are pretty nice tasting. They're not as sweet, but
Yeah,
they're really. I used to drink those types of wines back.
they're not too bad.
I need to start trying some again. I used to go actually with wine. Like I should start doing with what you do with beer. I used to
Just
go
try
on
'em.
and look at it. Like, oh, that label looks really cool. Like I'm gonna try that. And sometimes it'd be disgusting. I wouldn't enjoy it, but
That one we got tasted like rocks.
yeah,
From New Zealand, I think it was from.
yeah.
It tasted like they just rolled it on rocks and you were just
And when
drinking.
didn't we look it up and like the field that they grew in had like this unique type
Super
of rock.
mineralistic taste to it or something weird. Or the
Yeah.
water they used was like super mineralized. So
I
you
think it had to do with like what the grapes were growing in. That
something.
it's a rocky area or
There
some
was
shit
something,
like that.
and it tasted like you were licking rocks.
I didn't like that.
No, that one was bad.
The Australian one we tried, I think when we went up north, that was really nice. But it was like Yellowtail was the company.
Yeah.
But I forget if it was like a Moscato or.
Yeah, probably.
I've looked. I couldn't find Moscato from them.
It's hard to find. It's the
Is it?
green one, I think. It's
I've
green.
looked twice. Like
It's super hard to find. Most of the time, you can only get the Pinot.
that's the only thing I've seen,
And it's not as
and
good.
a couple others.
Moscato is that one's. It's like Voga, but I think it's even better. So it's super hard to find.
I've only tried it the one time you bought it up north, and it
It's
was
so
really
good.
smooth.
You used to be able to find it quite a bit.
Cheap.
Pretty sure it's green, and it's like $12 for a bottle.
Damn,
But you can never almost ever find it. I don't know why, but
weird. Yeah, I've
you
looked.
probably order it or some shit.
Maybe
If you really wanted to try it,
I've
get
looked a couple times.
Get like a bottle of 6 bottles or something or a case
true,
from the LC or whatever.
true.
That'd be kind of cool.
Even split on it or something. Maybe
Look into that because that's a good wine for
True.
cheap. I like that one.
that'd be cool. I need to get back into wine. It's a lot healthier than those sugary fucking.
Fucking what are they actually called?
Oh, like the bootlegger shot.
Yeah.
from the beer store.
Yeehaw!
Man, they're so cheap. They're like $2.50 a bottle.
it's too much,
12%, but it's like all
It's like
sugar.
biting a fucking like Kool-Aid, like Freezy. If you could
Jolly Rancher
with sauce in it.
Mm-hmm. it's too much sugar.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Also another really dark topic.
Pull up a bit.
Not necessarily so dark.
You look smaller than me because you're like sitting farther back.
Well, I definitely
That's all
am a bit smaller.
But get comfortable. I'll try to match. If you move back, I'll move back too. It doesn't matter if we move back a little bit. It's just I just need to match your distance from the camera
That's probably
because
fine.
I was like,
Oh
I
yeah,
look
yeah.
like a
You were,
fucking giant compared to where you were. Like back,
your levels were
you were
probably-
like back here.
someone clipped like.
A little bit of that shit's okay if we get too close.
But no, I was gonna say like fucking like oh yeah, R.I.P. fucking Sinead O'Connor. That was a big loss, man.
That was fucked. Just out of nowhere.
It's, like, pretty sad. Like,
Or for me, it seemed out of nowhere.
She seemed to live a very sad life. Like, a little bit I've seen. Like, man, I was telling you earlier, like, she was trying to expose, like, some shit, like, back in the 90s, and people fucking destroyed her for it. Like, basically, the modern equivalent of canceling back then. Just destroyed
What was she trying to do again?
Yeah, like, she went on, like Saturday Night Live, I think, and, like, had, like, a picture of the Pope, and, like, no one knew she was gonna do it, and she, like, had, like, a big speech about, like, exposing childhood abuse and, like, the Catholic Church system.
Can we try to find that? Because I haven't seen it.
You can find it, and she, like, tore up the photo. Yeah, you could find it. Hopefully it's okay to use.
Well, yeah, if not, this will just, I'll cancel our video.
I'm pretty sure that was in, like, the pretty early 90s. And people now are realizing, like, damn, she's probably right. Like, and there was a lot of other shit she stood up for. She's very controversial. Like, yeah. And then just, like, Saturday Night Live, like her name, Saturday Night Live. Yeah, like the very first one there. 1992, man. The fucking year I was born.
We find it necessary.
She's so weird, too.
She, like, sang it.
We have confidence in the victory of good.
Her voice is nuts.
Bro, acapella.
Evil. Fight the real enemy.
Oh, it's so trippy.
How are you treating?
And like there was a big apology on Saturday Night Live after that. Like, yeah, like we didn't know she was gonna do that. Like, we apologize. And she got, like, banned, I'm pretty sure, for doing that. Audiences fucking destroyed her for doing that.
I think it's so cool, like, to do something like that.
Me too, bro. And she was always like that, like, very controversial, like, always stood up for, like, people who always got shit on, basically, it seems. And yeah, led a very
That's
fucking
so cool.
tough life, man. Always the outcast. People always shit on her.
She seemed like a really odd, strange person.
Mm-hmm. And damn, voice unlike
And
any other,
talent
man.
that's completely unmatched.
Her ability to go, like, from, like, the insanely soft, like, angelic sound to, like, full-on belching, like, powerful vocals was, like,
Yeah.
you don't hear that much at all. Like,
Not even
unmatched, man. Whole other level. It's sad, like,
insane.
cause of death isn't really known yet, but, like,
You can pretty much.
I feel like it's probably a very sad outcome in the end of the day.
Yeah. That
Like,
usually
not
when
long
they
ago,
won't tell
she
you
lost-
what the fuck happened,
Yeah.
it's
They take
bad.
their own lives,
Yeah.
man. Not long ago, one of her own kids, I'm pretty sure, did that too. So it's like,
And that's fucked.
time after time, she's had struggle. But
Yeah,
damn,
that's so sad. Fuck.
no wonder she was such a good artist, man. That much struggle will make you just pour
The
everything
more-
into your passion, your art.
The more fucked up the artist, usually the better the shit they come up with.
This fucked and as twisted and shit as that is to say, it seems true. Like, as time goes on, maybe not so much going through struggle, but, like, going through things that are, like, very eye opening or
Which struggle can be.
very it is
It depends on the type and, like, how you deal with it too.
for sure.
But yeah, any kind of shit like that can usually awaken something.
Yeah.
In most artists.
Creatively, for me personally, anytime I feel like I'm going through the darkest shit is when I feel the most creative, and when that shit, like, calls to me the most is when I'm, like, in dark periods.
Because you need that outlet, I think, when you're going through crap like that.
Mhm. I don't know if it's like the escapism of, like,
For sure,
getting
yeah.
like completely enveloped in, like, a task or a creative endeavor, whatever it is, a song or a video. Like, it takes you away from the pain or whatever. Like, I think that's a big part of it.
Oh, definitely.
But damn, it's just trippy. That's how it works. It's like, okay, be happy and write, like, good shit. Or,
You
like,
can, but it's
you can.
but it's probably not going to be as good as your.
I
It
don't
seems
know.
like
Yeah, I don't
there's
know.
probably some people that can fucking do that shit properly, but who knows?
100%. I don't know why personally, like, and in the artists I've always appreciated most, seem like when they're going through the darkest shit is when their best shit comes to life.
Yeah, agreed.
Weird that that's the reality of it, but interesting.
Most artists, I think, are like that, man.
Creativity itself, man. The more I think about that shit, it just blows me away. Like when I listen to the stuff you and I have done, like, it almost, like, it's like, where did this come from? You know what I mean? Like, it almost feels like an entity of itself, as fucked as that is to say. And like when you get into those really like creative sessions, like whether we're jamming or recording on the spot, it's almost like you're just picking up on something from like another world.
Oh,
man.
we always do that when we jam or anything. I feel like we'll do shit sometimes that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, like sync up and
telepathically sync up when we're just completely free jamming. Like shit, that's
stuff.
so cool.
Ultimately, though, that has become some of our songs.
Like usually when we're doing that, that's the songs we pull from when we're just writing whatever.
Yeah, man. But just that, whatever it is, like creativity, man. That shit blows my fucking mind. Like, in any level, whether it's like painting or like
I think
music,
it's something like almost emotional when you can connect like that.
It is
when you're expressing the same way, like when we're doing something and we just know, oh, he's gonna do this here. It's like an emotional connection, I think.
Emotional and instinctual. Like,
yeah.
Especially you and I like came up learning music together. We've obviously done everything together.
We spent a ton of time together.
We grew up together doing everything
together. So it makes sense.
So our music, man, when we jam and shit, I feel like that's not a thing like most two musicians could share. Is like the ability to sit down,
unless
jam,
they're really emotionally connected.
Yeah.
Somehow, like brothers or
known each other for a long time
or something. Yeah, you've known each other for fucking ever.
I feel like other brother type musicians have definitely experienced that kind of shit. Like I feel like the guys from Gojira.
Yeah.
There's been other cases of big bands in the past who have had brothers
or friends, even if they've done it for like 30,
Long-term
40
friend.
years. It's like you just understand the person on a completely different level.
Hell yeah. But I don't know. I always feel like we do our best shit musically together. Like I haven't done a lot of music shit on my own. Like that's for damn sure. Very little. But I always just feel like our best shit happens like when we write together.
Well, while we're just weirdly sitting talking about that, I actually randomly found a clip recently of one of the songs, one of the old jams of it, if I can find which one it is. It's here somewhere. And we'll just sit and listen to it.
Okay.
It is... Where is it? Just give me a minute to look through this horse shit.
Tidy desktop.
My desktop. It's here somewhere.
Can you just know what it's called and search it, like press a key?
Oh yeah, it's okay. So it's the APC song Jam. So I took the jam, I EQ'd it and remastered it and did all sorts of shit to it. So
do you kind of hear where the song came
from?
Yeah,
yeah. You'll know, but there's parts that are not in it at all. So it's kind of cool.
So this was like a free jam.
This was the jam that came from the APC. That became
a song on our first album, which is unreleased.
And you'll definitely
unfinished.
Recognize bits and stuff from it.
This is interesting to hear.
But I remastered it and shit and did I did some shit to it just because I was like, this is kind of cool.
So if I get a Patreon, bro, this is the kind of shit I want to share.
Yeah.
Like if you're okay.
I even put like roominess to a bit of reverb to it.
Like if you're okay with that guy.
That'd be fine.
You're obviously just as much involved in that as me.
But this isn't in that at all. This is just something we were doing before we got to that.
I remember hearing this recording, but never like this remixed version or whatever you've done. Definitely sounds nice though. Like sounds clear. This is literally just us live jamming.
Yep.
Free, like improvised.
Not bad sound down for everything.
Sad as it is, I feel like there's artists putting out actual music that sounds worse.
This sounds like a perfect circle.
It does.
That's what this reminds me of.
That's why we called it that.
APC.
That's the fucking name, bro.
That's what it's called. This even more than the actual song did.
Yeah.
This part.
The jam.
This isn't even in the song. I forgot about that completely.
You said it, bro.
I know.
You said a perfect circle right before we did this.
I forgot.
Before we listened.
Sorry, guys. I mean, you'll get shit like that when we're just fucking around.
But it's cool. We don't usually stop though.
No, I don't even know what I was doing.
I
could have been fucking around with settings or trying to get the volume. To do a lot of that when we're just doing this or something.
We got good at just rolling with the mistakes.
Yeah.
We make a mistake, just try to like build off it almost. This sounds good, bro. I like this.
That little bit of reverb, I feel like adds like dimension, like we're almost playing it on stage or something.
Yeah, doesn't sound like really necessarily live recorded.
Yeah, snare with the reverb or the tom, whatever the fuck you're hitting.
Oh yeah.
hit that weird time there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, when we're jamming, I'm bad for just trying to.
Sometimes you do it too crazy.
Oh, bro.
I try to keep up with your
I know.
ass.
Sometimes I know it's like,
But I do it too sometimes. Where I'm
But-
like, oh, he'll catch this eventually.
but when those
It
ideas
just
pop in my
doesn't
head, I don't want to just like push it away. Like,
It's
I
better
wanna
to try it and fuck it up.
Yeah.
Because we're just fucking around.
Yeah, I learned not to like overthink it. Like if that's where it wants to go, like
Yeah.
Try to go
just
there.
Let it go, man. Because a lot of times we will fade towards what each other's doing.
typically you're fucking great at just picking up like what some
You are
random
too,
change I
usually.
might pick
If
up
I change something, I feel like we're both pretty good at that.
on. A lot of this is not in the actual.
I know none of this is yet. None of this is even in the song yet, man.
Yeah.
But there's like a whole song in here.
Yeah.
None of this is still in the song yet at all.
No.
You'll know when it does because it's like, oh, we use that.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll pick
I've
it up
heard those songs
quick. Yeah.
a million times. This is like, yeah, this
This
all
is
new
cool
shit.
because it's brand new.
We have so many recordings like this, man.
Yeah.
Fuck me up. Need to get a Patreon going.
The
I want to just have
basement
a Patreon, not like just for like all creative endeavors, man. Obviously, like, YouTube's a big one for me, like to try to like support that with Patreon, but it goes across the board for me with music, anything. Anything creative I do
Yeah.
would be supported by.
I want
by
to try to
Patreon.
start doing something like that with the music thing. Mine's not big at all, but still, it'd be cool to do little breakdowns of how I made the song or
Yeah,
something.
you're good, and don't get discouraged by low views.
No, I don't even focus on it. Once in a while, I'll just look. Oh, hey, I've gained like 20 subscribers.
Because eventually, if you get like some fucking shitload of subscribers, they're gonna go back and find those old videos.
Yeah.
And they're gonna watch them.
Yeah. I just put them up for shits and giggles. pretty
Anything
much.
you could think of, bro. Yeah, it's good to throw up there, man. Even if they don't get seen, they might one day get seen. This is crazy. I'm starting to recognize shit. A little like
Oh,
I feel like the transition.
That's like a later transition.
Yeah, that transition there was very familiar.
I think we do something like this eventually in it.
Yeah, I feel like we did.
That's it right there. Yeah, that's it right there. That's what it did.
So the song
I
just
was literally
started.
gonna say that. Yeah. This is where it starts.
Damn, bro.
It's trippy, eh? But you can hear how it's
Oh,
different.
I hear
too.
it though. Like I can hear the song here though. See, yeah, like the parts got like structured more.
They did.
in the
We
song.
made them into more songs.
The transitions happen much quicker here.
Yeah, because they're random. But you
That's
know.
so cool to hear. Oh, yeah. I actually like how you did that.
We didn't do this in the original
No.
song. This one.
I kind of like how you did it. And we kind of went off more here. But bro, like doing that shit though, like so fun and like so rewarding. Like just jamming, even like doing a good
We haven't
jam.
done that shit in a while. We
Yeah,
gotta do
it
again.
has.
We need to reskin the drum soon. I feel like that would like breathe new life into the drum kit, man.
Oh,
And how you
yeah.
even just the set playing the kit and it sounding great will change your
We
fucking
need to measure
feelings
all
of
the
it.
toms. Yeah, just
Yeah,
get the
just
skins.
go and get the fucking skins or order them or whatever.
Actually, you can order it now for the same price. Probably cheaper.
Probably cheaper. Even if we don't do all of them, we don't need the big tom. We don't even have that set up or something. Just do like the basic shit.
Yeah. This kind of got used loosely, like this type of section.
A little bit.
Yeah, this
Now
one
it
got
gets
heavy,
heavy, yeah.
right? It's pretty
So
damn
this
close.
is fairly similar, yeah.
We just structured it more, like for the album, which is cool. Like,
Double
bass.
But it gets there. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure at one point it isn't. There it is. The drums might be a little bit different, but
they're close. Now that there is in the song. those weird drum patterns.
And that guitar riff.
Yeah, that exact section. Same
And
with this.
that. And that.
And this.
Yeah, the double kick part.
Wow, bro.
That's crazy.
What a crazy thing to listen to that.
It's pretty drugs.
It's so cool that the songs came from that, though. I was doing heavier shit here than I did on the track. Like, way crazier shit.
A little different.
Definitely, I never did this. Dang.
That's pretty cool.
The craziness just lasts longer on
Because
these jams.
we would go crazy usually for
Once
like
it gets
fucking
crazy,
8 minutes straight.
it doesn't stop until we're done.
Usually,
Yeah,
yeah.
like till we need to stop. I could see something working out of that.
That's not bad though. This is pretty cool. Now it's getting more into Tool inspiration.
No doubt. That reminds me of Richelieu as well.
Yeah, I can hear the weirdness in there that Richelieu would have.
Dude, when I first heard that band,
Drugs, man.
blew me the fuck away. It changed how I looked at drumming.
Yeah, that's a different level of shit. We're going fucking crazy.
Oh yeah. Madness, bro. Oh, I like that though.
They're doing.
Oh,
that
shit, it was working.
Cool. It was cool for a minute. and
It was
then went to
working.
Drugs. That's like Gojira shit
Oh,
now.
that sounds very Gojira, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna go there.
Yeah, here it
Double
goes.
bass kicks.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a shitty guitar note there. Oh, God,
What happened to that change?
Crazy loud there.
Even just the way we sync up there, like it's fucking drugs, but we're
still
like in
changed at the
sync
same
with each
time,
other. Like,
Yeah. We changed up. At
it's
the
just
right
off
time.
the top of our domes, bro. There's something to be said for that. Like if you've been with like I think a fellow musician for like 10 plus years, you're gonna develop that kind of
We've been doing that since like birth, pretty much since you were born.
Yeah.
That's how like the connection we have together.
true.
Even before we were playing music, we had a connection like that.
Dude, I never remember us having a bad relationship.
No, we always had that
I'm
connection.
thankful for that.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's so rare.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of siblings have problems and don't like each other too much and
100%.
have a lot of tiffs and shit back and forth. We might have like subtle disagreements on shit, but it's rare.
Oh,
I feel like
we don't
less
have
and
any,
less
like,
as we get
crazy
older.
tiffs. Yeah,
As we've gotten older, I feel like we just agree on everything.
with the same man at this point.
With the music direction and like the sound we've gone for. Like that was really cool to hear. I'm glad you fucking pulled that up.
Yeah, that was just a random ass thing. I put that. I did that a while ago.
I haven't heard
Excuse
it.
me.
I never heard that.
Fuck, burping like a motherfucker. Where I just did that shit. I just kind of forgot about it until we were just talking about the music. And I'm like, oh yeah,
That was
have
fucking cool. Man.
That's pretty cool though.
Fucking
Just to hear
A.
where that song really came from, and
Damn, there was like so like recognizable.
Most of
parts
it's in there.
Holy.
it's pretty cool how we did that.
Like again, like we were talking about earlier with the creativity and shit, like where it comes from, like just those sessions, bro. They feel like such a blur. Like when I think about it, and like
Because we used to do that all the time.
we grinded. Like we would always go through sections where we'd have like a few months where we'd grind, and then we'd slow down and kind of slack for like a few months, and then we'd grind again.
I think when we slacked a lot of times, sometimes we'd be actually working on picking the songs apart too, a little bit.
A little bit.
Because sometimes we would do it in the basement. Like a lot of
Yeah.
these songs that are on the album we're doing, We're
started
just
there.
recording
Yeah.
in the basement, just fucking
For
around,
sure,
man.
man.
Plugging the E kit in, pulling these jams up, and just doing whatever to it. That's where they came
Or
from.
in the studio shit. We wrote,
Yeah, we
wrote
did.
a
We
few
did some
out
good
there.
shit out there too. That was when we were a little more
Focused
properly into it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the shit did come from the fucking basement.
It was so sporadic. It's come from a lot of different places. And some of the songs have been around for like 10 years almost, dude. Fellow Man, I think the original. I started drafting that song like 2014, I think.
That's fucked.
It's damn near 2024, almost 10
that's
years
10
later.
years now, bud.
That song.
Is that on the album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, man, I'm so excited for us to finally like get cracking on that.
We'll do some shit like this when we put it out or something. That'd be kind
Yeah, I have a podcast like ready.
Yeah.
I want to
For
talk to
that?
you about for like
cool.
album
When
release.
we put that out.
Basically, it's like pre-album release. Like
This
Right
is
around
the pre-album.
Yeah. we guess we got a long, long way to go.
You just heard a piece of it there, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Holy shit, man. And to
Yeah,
think,
you wouldn't have heard that one much in a while.
and just when I think about the process of like, it's just you and I writing the whole album, and that's so much work for two people, bro. Like, it's hard to even explain. Like, we'll do like the music part first, usually, obviously, where we're like sitting grinding like guitar, drums together, and bass. But then after that, it's like a whole nother beast where I have to sit and like do vocals and shit for it. Like,
Yeah, which I
It's-
really don't have too much involved in that.
God, bro, that shit overwhelmed the shit out of me. Especially, I would say towards the beginning of the process.
Yeah, I think you've gotten better at it.
Towards the end of the process of writing this album and recording it, I actually started enjoying it. Whereas in the beginning, writing and recording vocals was terrifying for me. Like
Yeah, it's
the
all-
the worst part of the whole process for me
A
was
learning process too, for sure.
most of the recording, especially.
But we've gotten better with that, with practice and warm up before you do
Exactly.
your shit. That's fucking key.
When we got to those final recordings, I actually started to really enjoy that process, man, and like makes me look forward to music even more in the future.
For sure, man. I know it's only gonna keep getting better.
I'm
There's
stoked
just so
about it.
much more simplified shit, and just the process of how we do it. Everything.
We've changed our process so
everything.
many times, like
And that's
how we
part of the
record.
problems with all these old songs.
We've had to re-record them 2-3 times.
Some of them have been recorded for 9 years, like different ways.
just because of the more updated ways we would do music.
learning this and that, and how to do this better. And when we do this shit next time, it's gonna all be done the same fucking way, so
Oh, yeah.
much faster.
That part excites me too.
Yeah.
And just new creative endeavors always excite me, man. Like musically, it's been very much calling to me lately. And like, I'm
Me too,
stoked
man.
as fuck to do like new music. Don't matter what genre. I don't give a fuck.
No, me too.
I'm
I
ready.
don't care if we write rap. I just want to write new
Literally,
shit.
bro. I'm
Man.
down for whatever at this point.
I like experimenting with different shit like that. 100%.
Me too. That's what I was saying to you earlier. Like with vocals, like I like to just any style like I've ever really like been drawn to in music. I want to like try and incorporate that in something I do. Like whether it be throat singing or screaming or high notes,
Put it all
low
in.
notes. If I can attempt it and try it and it might work, like I love to explore that shit, man.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I'm
like that
stoked.
shit.
Just keep going forward. It's exciting as fuck.
I'm really excited to write new shit. I
Mhm.
think it's needed.
Some of the new shit you've showed me that you've been working on is like,
And that's not anything we've actually done together.
mhm.
I want to do that kind of shit, but with you behind the kid, or like,
Mhm.
maybe you come up with like we used
Even
to do.
guitars, bro.
Anything, yeah,
There would
guitars.
always be little times
Or
where
if you there's shit you've played on the album, whereas
A
the little
little
riffs
bit.
you've come up with or whatever. and
or I would come up with like a little simple thing and you would make it into
Yeah,
a better
exactly.
riff. Like,
Yeah.
or I would recommend like try this, like
There's
triplets
probably-
here.
I'm pretty sure there's one guitar part in one of the songs where you actually do play the one riff and I play the lead.
Might be
I-
Fellow Man.
Might be. It's one of them towards the end or something where you did play the rhythmic part and we left
forget.
it. I didn't
Yeah.
change it.
True.
And I just played the lead over it.
It's crazy because I definitely don't know I'm doing guitar.
But you're in it. You're on there. One of the songs you do play, I'm pretty sure, and it's left that way.
I love
That's the
that,
way it
man. I love that. And then there's like the songs like Fools where you wrote all of it. Like you wrote the whole song. Like we just kept it the same way you wrote it. And
Because it
that
was
song,
drugs.
I
And
love
we
that song.
tried adding it and changing stuff, but it was just that song was drugs. It had to just be left
I'll
the way
probably
it was.
call it that.
Drugs?
Not drugs. Fools, man.
Oh, I don't care what you fucking
No,
call
I'll
it.
probably just call it
drugs.
Fools. We didn't change the lyrics.
Yeah.
And you came up with that thing yourself. It's short, but like, fuck me. I really liked it. And that's old too, man.
It is.
You
yeah.
sent that to me, I want to say like maybe 2015.
I still lived at home when I did that song.
Holy shit.
I lived at home when I
2015?
recorded that.
again,
had to
like
be at
pushing
least that
8
long.
years ago and shit like that.
Yeah, I remember doing that still living in the fucking living room or whatever it
man.
is.
Yeah. Wow.
Those stupid sounds you hear where it's like, or me holding a recorder up to I put this,
The window?
I think, up to the window and just recorded like cars
Rain,
going
cars,
by,
yeah.
wind, whatever, birds, whatever went by.
That
I lived at
song
home.
is trippy as fuck, and I'm glad it was, man.
It's definitely a
It
weird
fit
drum
oddly well, like as what it is, what that will be on our album with a little interlude song. But yeah, like where have you?
What were we talking about?
I don't know. I was gonna start somewhere else.
Okay, sorry, what?
I was gonna say like where have you been lately? Like mentally, like what's your focus like? Yeah, like what's your focus been like lately?
Definitely some music for sure is
Yeah?
the thing I've definitely been into the most right now. But I want to, but doing the videos and stuff, and I'm interested in trying to get the. Oops, I'm sorry. This chair makes some noise.
It's okay. It's okay.
The cinematic part of when we do the videos by the water or whatever. I really want to get
Film
into
work.
that shit too.
That's what I feel like tapping back more into like our
Our old
original
school
roots
shit.
before we ever even
Yeah,
had
yeah.
the equipment to actually like be able to do that.
I like that, and I want to make that keep better. I like the little adventures when we do that kind of stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, man.
I want to do that.
Hell yeah, right on. The one I watched the other night was like, it was just like you made the little video of us going down, playing the songs, the drums by the water, the whole trip of going there and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, yeah, that was nice. Like, it was
I
cool
want
to
to do
see
that more.
It was a
I
cool-
like that.
Like just a mark in time, man. That's like what I really like about videos and doing those types of projects is it's such a cool like mark in time for us. Like going down together, playing the drums, like.
Especially when you go back like a year later and watch it
Or
again.
longer, bro.
Or yeah, fucking
When we
10
go back
years
now
later.
and
like
watch
that
some
kind
of the
shit.
OG GoPro shit, like,
Yeah, man.
dude, that shit fucking blows my mind.
It's drugs.
It's crazy going back and seeing some of the old shit we used to do. Just that urge, that creative urge has always been there for
We
us,
had that
man.
hardcore before. We had none of the shit to be able to do what we can do
I
now.
feel like as you get older, it just gets you get more burnt out. It gets harder to like.
Yeah. You're sore all the time.
There's no excuse though. At the
No,
end of the
there
day.
isn't. And I want to go do this shit like
At the end
hard.
of the day, I beat myself up more now than I ever did for pushing creative like projects and really trying to give it my all.
I want to do more of it now than like ever and go
Yeah,
and
same.
fucking do it.
Me too, man. I'm trying to get the means to actually set myself up where it's like, all right, like creatively, this is all I need. Like I bought the Tascam recently. I bought a
Mhm.
new microphone. Like this year, I want to see if GoPro drops a new camera. Then I'll get that. Then I'll be set. Like I have a home studio set up. I have means to film good video out.
There's so much. We have so much shit we can use.
Then it's time to apply it.
Yeah, you just gotta do
I want
it.
to get myself to the point where there's no excuse to not do all this shit that I keep talking about. And if I
Yeah.
don't do it, then it's a me problem. It's not that I don't have the means to do it. Then
Yeah,
then I have to
100%.
look at myself and 100% take accountability. Like, okay, the work's not getting done because I'm not doing it. Like, I have all the shit to do it. It's time to fucking do it.
Yeah, you gotta just sort it out. Fucking make that time, man.
I feel like that's where I'm at right now. Is like trying to get to the point where there's no excuse, and then just fucking give it creatively. Like, with
We just
videos
gotta
and
get out
music.
there, man. Usually when we're out there, if we bring the right shit and everything, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of like
yeah,
little things.
as long as it's not pissing down rain on us the whole time.
even if it does, there's still something to come from that.
Yeah, that one video that I haven't put up yet. It's kind of like that where it rained a lot.
The video I just watched the other night, it rained. Like really
Oh no,
hard.
that's the one that did rain.
Yeah, we went underneath the tree and
Yeah, that's
played
the
the
one.
songs under
That's
there.
the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, it rained
Yeah,
really
there's-
good.
There's another one. The latest one we did. That's not up at all yet.
That's right. I think it was like
We
raining
brought all
while I
the
was
little-
playing the drum.
No, it didn't rain.
Didn't
no, it
Where's
rained.
that footage?
I gave all that footage to
Oh,
you.
did you? Okay. I have to just find it. Yeah, I'll have it then.
That's the same outing of that one. I think the first
Okay.
video we recorded was you playing your drum and talking about it and stuff. There, pretty sure.
I think I've uploaded like a piece of that. I need to just find. The
Oh
bit.
really? You did upload a part of it?
You said I think you said you watched it. The one I uploaded of you and I playing.
Oh, no, so
It was like under a tree.
the one
and shit,
video
though.
you just played by yourself,
Yeah, I don't
which
know.
that's not up at all yet.
Do I have that?
I think I gave that to you. If not, it exists.
Okay. It definitely exists.
I did watch the video of us playing that you
Hmm.
put up, but not
I don't know if it's
this one. You played by yourself, and you were talking about your drum, like reviewing your drum, which isn't up anymore.
Oh yeah, no, I do have that.
I thought I said that.
I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah, that'd be cool to put up.
That just takes.
That's
a
my
lot.
most popular videos. Is
The
reviewing
review?
those damn drums.
Yeah, I gotta get that up then.
I don't know why. I guess because there's not a lot of good
Exactly. There's
quality reviews and shit, which we do
There's a
like the
few-
audio and everything good.
I feel like you and I
Well-
pretty well broke down that shit. You can play them together.
Mm-hmm.
The big one and the little one.
And playing it outside and everything. And a lot of people that put those damn videos up recorded on like their phone.
Yeah.
So the
it was
quality
like,
is you might as well just go.
yeah.
Like, that's the sound of the drum. No, you need to have something.
A microphone.
At least 1/2-inch mics. Like recorded that. Anything pin drop mics are not gonna. It's not gonna work for that. Pinholes.
Yeah. But it gets tough. Like just all the tasks, man. That we keep up. Like all the projects we have on the go. It's hard to keep that up with like a full-time job and stuff, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like it's so overwhelming and hard. I just want to give my all to all these creative things, but it's like I literally can't do that with like working 40 hours a week.
No,
like,
you can't do that. You can't. It's impossible. I feel like that, especially with like other side research, especially we haven't, and we've kind of like let that one go for a while.
Admittedly,
but it's
just,
we do so much shit, and we're working fucking 40 hours a week, and
we're trying to write albums together, trying to fucking do.
We're
like,
just doing so much shit.
Solo like music YouTube channels and fucking writing whole albums together. It's like
it's hard to.
And my solo YouTube shit too of like the space shit. It's like
you do
that's a very big focus task for me as well. Am I too far away?
I'm just gonna pull you back into the camera a bit there, bud. You were drifting off the border.
That's pretty far away.
You were off the screen at one point.
Just drifting away.
Just like other side research.
Yeah,
He's drifting
just slowly just fade into the background until I'm not there anymore.
But seriously, I think eventually we'll get back into that.
I think so too.
In some way.
I want to investigate with both Ben and Andy, all of us together.
Or even just chilling and talking with them, I think would be
That's
cool.
like my biggest motivation for that project. Like,
Dude, if you could set up, like, if we could somehow, if the cosmos and stars align just right, get them to actually come over, either here or at mom and dad's, set your fucking
it'd probably be easier here with
projector
less
up.
distractions.
True.
I can bring the projector.
We could move all the guitars and put it right on that wall. And like just have a way for them to chill and watch and break down their videos with us here and asking questions. That would be pretty cool.
I'd be hella into that.
Because it's half of that shit you've probably never even seen.
I've seen some of it, definitely
And even
not
some of it, I
much
barely
of it,
remember
man.
most of it.
I'll very much, admittedly detach myself from a lot of that shit. I just feel like it wasn't doing me any good doing that shit.
There's definitely...
Shit always seemed to fuck with me, bro.
The other day, not that long ago here, when Brittany was gone to... I don't remember exactly when it was. She stayed at her parents for one of the days, but... I was sleeping and...
Sorry, you were sleeping?
Oh man. Anyways, but I was sleeping in the bed in there by myself, and there's a pair of sunglasses that like I got from dad or mom the one day when I was at the house and I forgot mine. It was on my dresser. It flew off the fucking dresser, dude, and hit the floor.
Really?
I had a fucking stroke.
You were here alone?
100%, and it woke me up like
In the middle of the night?
it was like midnight or
Is
something.
there any way it was the cat?
No, he was sleeping on the bed with me. He was with me. It scared the shit out of him too.
Aww.
I don't know how, there's obviously a possibility that maybe it was the glasses were like on clothes on an angle and it fell, but I've had those glasses there for like a month and nothing on theirs moved. So how the fuck, and they just, all of a sudden I just heard boom, 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 boom. Like
In the middle of the night?
it scared and I didn't sleep for like the next 3 hours. So I'm like, this is fucked up.
Yeah, you
And I had to
sit there,
work
like,
in the morning.
oh.
So it fucked my sleep up. And it was in like the middle of the week. It wasn't like it was like midnight or 1 a.m. and I didn't sleep for like the next couple hours. It fucked me up.
Damn,
I
bro.
haven't even told her about that. I don't think just because
Creep her out.
it was one of those weird things, man. That it's like
Dude,
how the fuck did that fall? Like I said, there's a very like strong possibility that maybe it was like leaning on the fucking edge of clothes or something. It had been sitting there for a while and it just fell. But like I said, I hadn't touched that shit in so long. And it's just that the noise, it was so loud.
Oh.
It scared, and I got up, I could see it right there. It was there. Like,
Yeah.
There was no denying what the fuck fell.
Dude, there's definitely been times like in my personal life and when we've like done our investigations that shit's happened where it's like definitely unexplainable. Definitely don't know what the fuck that is. But I also don't feel any closer to knowing what the fuck that is.
Well, see, I felt like that with that shit too. I'm like,
It almost feels hopeless to do that shit because like it's such a random occurrence. A lot of the times I've seen the most types of like paranormal experiences I've had have been like when I'm not recording, not ready for it.
Yeah,
just
like
when
that.
you're not expecting it out of the blue.
Yeah.
That's been when I've experienced the most shit personally.
Yeah, I could say some stuff like that too, man.
But we've definitely experienced shit together. Like when we were in fucking Cambridge and like deodorant or whatever did actually fly off the fucking
and
shelf
that was like that, man.
with no cats and shit. Like
When that hit the floor and then I woke up and the cat was on the bed with me, I'm like, it wasn't the cat. My cat doesn't jump either. He struggles to get on these chairs. Like he doesn't jump up. This fell off my
he was already there.
this fell off my
on the
dresser,
bed.
which is like this high up.
Yeah,
He-
yeah.
He doesn't even jump up like on these chairs if they're raised high enough. He doesn't jump. So even if some weird freak thing where he would never jump up there. He's never done it once.
True.
He doesn't get on the counters. He doesn't jump that high. He's too fat.
Yeah. Plus he was on the bed with you, bro.
Yeah, he was with me. And I don't know, man. That I think kind of almost pushed me into wanting to get more into this shit again. When something happens, it's
As
like
appealing and as shit as it is, at the
I
end
think
of the
some
day,
shit
like,
has to happen like that to your
I'm-
asshole.
I'm never getting like satisfaction from it. Like if that makes sense.
I understand that too because there's no like
Like
science.
all these mysteries, all this shit, like all this what the fuck, like twisting my brain of like thinking like what reality even is, what it is, and what's possible, and like that shit. All it does is at the end of the day just fuck with me, like,
It does
because there's no
solid
answer for
to
it.
Yeah, there's
and
no
then people
final thing.
discredit it. It's like, oh, it's bullshit. You're faking it, whatever. But
Yeah,
personally, no, like that's not that's not what's happening there.
I don't know, man. When some
This shit's
when
actually
shit like
happening in
that
our
happens, it's like again, and I'm sitting there like it had to have just fallen off.
Yeah, that's what you tell yourself in the moment, especially.
And it very well might have. Maybe just some weird thing. It maybe was sitting weird and it happened to fall. Something bumped it. Like it
Totally
just,
possible.
Gravity eventually grabbed it. I don't fucking know, man. It's just the way that it was so loud. It
Especially if it seemingly like fucking got like
out of nowhere and it hasn't been touched in forever. It's still those glasses are still sitting in there on there. I just put them back up there. I'm like, if this shit falls again, I'm out.
you said those were from home too.
Yeah,
That's
they're
even
not
more
from
weird.
here. They're like mom and dad's that gave them to me one day because I forgot my.
I feel like some shit goes on there, man, like constantly. But
I feel like because
Subtly.
we haven't pushed that in a while too. Maybe it's kind of like, I think when you start fucking with it, I know it comes up.
I don't know,
it's
man.
like
I
that.
feel like there's always just shit there. Just there's
Have
always
you had
just
anything
uneasy.
like that recently?
Not
or-
really. The only other thing I will say, like the other night, I was just like walking. I turn off all the lights, come back down to my room and shit in the basement. And for the first time in a long time, I kind of had that feeling where like, oh fuck, like I need to scoot back to my room quick because I feel like
Yeah.
something's either right
I
behind
get that
me,
here even sometimes.
like something is like watching me or close by. Like I just need to zip back to that room
Yeah.
and then pretend all this shit didn't happen. Basically, like mentally, it doesn't do me any good doing that shit, bro. That
I
shit just
like
fucks
doing
with
it
me.
because it's like it's almost like pushing into something you shouldn't be doing in a weird way.
It does, but it also it's like fuck me. How's this affecting me like mentally and stuff like that?
probably
Like,
not
what's
great in
real
some
and
ways.
what's like what am I like doing to myself at the end of the day?
Yeah, I think if you start really like disconnecting from reality, you got to be careful with that kind of
Exactly.
stuff.
You could definitely get to the point where you're freaking yourself
Over
out.
obsessing and
Exactly.
100% agree with that. Where it's like if like the pipes creak and you have a fucking small heart attack.
You're just looking for that fucking
Yeah.
like that.
Some shit has to happen for me to be like, I'm gonna put my phone on for a sec
too.
here because this is some shit. When that happened, I didn't even put my phone on, but I sat up and just sat there
Waited
for like
to see what
20,
else happened?
probably 20 minutes or half
Yeah.
an hour, just sitting there like I don't know, man. That one was weird, and I haven't had anything like that in years.
Yeah, it's been a
years.
long time since I've honestly felt anything like that. Now that we're talking about it, probably more
Long-
likely to happen now. But
Yeah,
there's been
I wouldn't be
times-
surprised if we hear a sound now.
Yeah,
That's
there's
the
been
way it works.
fuck yeah, man. And there's been times where I'll be like sitting on my. This is like going back years. I'm pretty sure I've told you about this probably multiple times over the years. I was just sitting at my fucking computer desk at home in my room, and had like a bag of Skittles or something like candy on the fucking desk.
Yeah,
I had my headphones on, and all of a sudden I started hearing like some sound. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, took my headphone off. I'm like, yeah, that's like crinkling right in front of me. And I looked down, and my fucking Skittles bag looked like it was like moving right in front of me in a way that wasn't just it like settling, like back and forth, moving in a way that was like very bizarre and unnatural to me, and it felt fucked. But
You did tell me this.
it
once, I
overwhelmed
think.
me in a way where I was just like, I just put my headphones back on and just kept doing what I was doing. I'm like, I'm gonna pretend I didn't just experience that because I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. Didn't know how to like. There's no way to communicate with that directly. So I just basically just blocked it out. 'Cause it's
That's
like,
really crazy.
And yeah, again, was not ready for that. Didn't invite that.
No,
Wasn't
you don't
ready
have
to
to.
record
That's the
that.
thing.
Anytime we've tried to like a lot of times when you're recording and looking for it, shit doesn't happen.
I think
It's when you don't expect it.
it's like people in general, man. Like if you try to really, it's like trying to get someone to truly open up, like in a one-on-one like conversation. How often do you really see that
Very rare.
with someone? Even if someone you think is being legit with you, you know when they're bullshitting.
It's true.
I think it's like that with ghosts. It's
yeah.
like how often is someone gonna just like be like, all right, I'm gonna fucking do
Especially
exactly
if
what he
it's a
says.
stranger or something.
Yeah,
and you're
or
trying to ask
something
it to
that,
do
that
shit.
passed away 100, 200 years ago, or like
Who knows?
who the
man?
fuck would bother with that?
Yeah.
Who would even know what's going on with that technology? Like I understand that part of that's like, that's like kind of like disconnected, and
That's where I'm at
From
now,
it?
man.
I do understand that completely. But it's
It-
something that just fascinates me too.
it-
At the
it
same
was-
time,
It was troubling, man. Like that. I don't know if it's just me overthinking it, but like things seemed to really grab hold of me and shit when we did that stuff, man.
you seem more sensitive to it.
I
I
just-
think for that, for like the
man.
effect of what could happen to you.
It just fucked me up, bro. Like that, and I feel like it would happen like just out of the blue, like in the middle of a work day or something. Just experience some shit that was just like, what the fuck, and it started making me feel like I was actually going crazy and stuff. Like, so part of me is okay that I've like very much distanced myself from it, but
It's understandable.
I'm not totally closed off from it either, though, because I've experienced the shit. I feel like something else is there, or something might be there, but it's also like I have to accept that I don't understand it, accept that I don't think I can easily understand it.
Yeah.
And when we were going at our gross shit before, I was always like, I want to understand this. I want to be the one to like unlock the answers, but it's like
not
the
that
odds of
simple.
that are like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Basically, it's very much not that simple.
I think we'll get back into it at a certain time. It could take. It might take 4 years.
Yeah,
Could take 10 years. It
True.
could be next month. I think there'll be something eventually where we'll want to dive back into it again. More
I
deeply
could see
than we
it
do
happening
now.
Too. The right time and the right place. I still also want to do an outdoor investigation.
Yeah,
I like the
agreed.
cemetery near fucking
I
right
want
near
to do that
Walmart.
too. I think that would be cool too.
That's been on my radar for years.
Especially now we got more shit, more audio shit. Let's go and do it.
Yeah, man. So that's been on my radar, but I'm not totally closed off from it. But I'm definitely okay to have just like
Stepped away
distanced
for a
myself
while.
from it for a good while. Like
Yeah.
when we were really
I
diving
have
into
two,
it,
but at the same time, still
I feel like I dove
probably
into
more
it.
invested than you are of it.
Yeah, and currently still 100%.
Because I still do everything with when Andy gives me videos and stuff. I break the whole thing down and I go through it and I even edit myself
Yeah, I remember
in
you
case
saying.
there's shit he misses or
Mm.
if I want to like churn shit down that he's got maybe too loud or something. I do
Yeah.
all that before it goes up.
True that. No, that's good. Like I've disconnected it too much. I don't know if it's a bad thing. Focused on other
There's
things.
some things that happen sometimes that are so cool, and that even when he's doing it, and I'll find it, and maybe he'll miss it,
Mm.
and I'll hear it so clear, and it's
That
I don't
shit's-
know. There's something weird to it, man.
That shit still blows my
It doesn't
mind.
scare me as much as it more intrigues me now.
Yeah.
Where before it was like, or like
I agree.
anything happens, like our old shit or anything, but it's like it's like literally when I hear something cool, I'm like, No, it's not like
Interesting.
holy fuck.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just like
You become a little more desensitized
Yeah,
to it, a little
you
more
do.
used to it. in the
unfortunately, I think
beginning.
that happens with most things as you age.
100%, man. Whether it be like good music, concerts, like anything you enjoy.
Everything's like, this is cool. Now
It's a little bit more subpar than it used to be.
I like this.
I feel like
That's
once
how
you,
you
once you
react
hit
now.
30, man, I feel like things just
You preach into
all
the choir,
start
man.
to, I know, they all start to just level out.
It does.
But not in a bad way.
No.
I still feel
Because there's a lot
things.
of positives to that.
I feel more clear of what I want now than I ever did.
I think overfeeling things, and a lot of times when you're younger, can be bad.
Oh.
And that's where this kind of shit, as you get older, is
100%.
better.
Yeah.
But there's also some things that you're like, man, that would have been so much cooler when I was younger or something.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
It's always
that
tough to
happens.
look back. But it's not.
But you don't want to
healthy.
obsess with that shit
Yeah,
either.
it's too easy to get caught up
Yeah.
in the past. But like,
You don't want to
it's
be
not
like,
gonna do you much now.
exactly. Just appreciate it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Learn from it. Try to do something with it. Whereas I feel like at least now I feel more focused on what I want in life. Like the path seems a little bit more clear. Whereas like in my 20s, I was like, I literally don't even know.
Nobody
like,
knows what
what
the
I'm
fuck's
doing.
going on for the most part.
It's like I'm just scraping by, like just working like whatever job. Like I still feel like that now for like financial like security. Like you just work.
I think as
A job?
as creative people, that's what happens most of the time. You get
Mhm.
stuck doing crap you don't want to really be doing.
Man,
as far as your living goes.
that's where a part of me is like right now I'm in a situation where I could quit my job right now and pay my bills just with what I make on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's
Fuck
like,
yeah.
oh, if I don't do that, I know when I'm older I'm gonna like basically regret that to the point of like
That's the thing you don't know.
self-destruction, like regretting it. Because like
I think you have to wait for the right moment. I think it'll present
Exactly.
itself when you're like, when you just leave.
yeah, I'm kind of at
There'll
that
be a
point
time
now
when
where
you're
I'm
there
waiting.
and you'll be like, I'm going now and I'm done.
I feel like the scale is tipping towards that, but like
I think
it
you're
hasn't
right
happened
there.
yet.
You're just on that point where it's like you'll know when the fuck to leave and be done with it.
Yeah, it's revealing itself. I feel like as time goes, but
But I think the perfect moment will present itself when you'll even be like, you'll feel like
just
you're in a
laugh
movie
and be
or
like,
something.
this is it. Like
You'll be like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is like the scene. You know when the fuck to go.
true, man.
That's kind of how I felt when I quit my job too, man. 'Cause I did it pretty spontaneously and out of nowhere.
I did that with both of my like
Yeah.
previous quittings. Like
You'll know when the time is just like,
this is not doing
this is
nothing
it.
for me. It's doing nothing but bad for me.
you'll just know when you're like, I'm finished now and I'm gonna go and like do that.
Do something else. It's
Yeah.
time for change.
You'll know exactly.
And I feel
what
like it's
happens.
very much
It's-
tipping towards
you're
that
getting
point.
there, yeah.
Like, I feel myself
Anytime
going.
now.
I feel myself going back to that path again, like for sure. Like even when I worked at
Just let it
Woodstock,
happen organically.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, because it will. There'll be a day when you'll be at that point and some shit will happen. You'll be like, this is it. I'm done now.
Yeah, man.
And you don't have to be like mad or worried or
You just
stressed
laugh
about it.
about
You're
it.
in a situation where you can do it. Where
Exactly.
that's the time to do it.
Exactly.
If it comes. So for now, just reap the benefits of the money, and
That's
when,
what I'm doing.
when,
Yeah.
when it gets fucked enough, you know what to do. You've done it before.
100%, man.
You know what the fuck's up.
I know when it gets to the point where it's like bad enough mentally where it's not worth it, like financially.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you can't walk that line for too long.
Yeah, it'll hit that point, man.
You'll hit a breaking point where it's like, hey, time to change it up here or do something else. Things have been slowly tipping that way. Creatively too, like just I feel like there's
Just pull that in.
I just feel like there's more and more projects opening themselves up like creatively. So I feel like that reality is slowly unfolding. But we'll see. See what happens.
Fuck
We'll
yes.
see what we see. What's that now?
This is that sour one we had. I definitely didn't put any in your cup.
You No, bro.
I literally put a drop in there, dude.
Ugh.
Smells funny, like I went
gross.
I
gross.
definitely didn't put any.
You better smoke some of that then.
Oh, gosh. I can't believe I'm still awake right now this much.
Same. Dude, well, you napped pretty like late, didn't you today? So you fell back to sleep?
I probably slept for half an hour, maybe.
Oh, but that can surprisingly benefit
true.
you. Like a nap.
But dude, I was up at 4 a.m. today. 4
I
a.m.
know, you text me like
I'm
early.
like, he's probably still up right now.
I
So
was
I shot
up,
you a
but
text.
I'm pretty sure I was like in bed, like going,
Oh,
to,
yeah.
going to like getting ready to go to bed. No.
You sent me a text just up at like 10,
10.
and I'd already laid down.
I was like, yo, the forest?
You wanted to play? Oh, I wish
wanted
I
to
was still
play,
up a little
yeah.
bit more, but I was dead. So even if I played, we probably would have played for half an hour, and I would have felt I would have been like, I gotta get off. I
Maybe we
know.
play tomorrow.
Yeah, we could try.
If you're
it.
down,
Yeah,
play a little bit
Early enough.
before you go to bed.
yeah, because I do
Like 7?
8:39.
Maybe play at like 7
I'm down.
or something.
They've added like enemies from the old one back in. I think
Really?
the big arm ones like are in it, like the one with the multiple limbs, and they've nerfed some of the fucked up enemies, which they desperately needed to do.
Oh. Okay.
And they've even changed finally how enemies spawn, like how much. The more you kill them, apparently, the less they spawn. Because before it was so fucking
Oh.
constant, the game was broken. Like,
it was very constant. Everywhere
And they
you
would
went,
be
there
like
was
right in
monsters.
front of you. It doesn't matter if you're on a mountain, middle of the fucking islands. They spawn like here, which is fucked. They're finally starting to take care of some of that.
Damn. And we haven't played in so long. I feel like it's
know.
gonna be quite different.
Once in a while, I'll jump on and play a bit, but there's a lot to it.
Oh,
more
dude, I
than
haven't
we
played
used
since
to.
we last played.
That'd be cool for you to play it now
It's been
because there'll be
months.
so much more to it, which is what makes it interesting and fun to go back and play.
Hell yeah. That's what I liked about the first one is you and I
We'd wait for like
we got
a
like,
year.
the early access. We played that like early
a lot.
on.
We played a lot of that game,
And then when they finally finished the story, it just blew me the fuck away.
which
Do
was cool.
you want any more of that? That's it. Oh.
Oh, the nose.
Oh.
Oh, we ruined after that with the fucking sauce and shit still.
Yeah, man, that's why I want to slow down on the sauce. I don't want really any more sauce.
I don't smoke weed ever. Like,
and I don't drink ever.
So it's like
It's not fair.
It beats the shit.
It's not fair for either.
It's unfair for both of us. So what are we doing?
When we chill together, it's not fair. That's fucked.
Man.
Man, I wish I could think about what I was thinking about when I was in the bathroom. Oh yeah, no, I remember it now. I do remember it.
Oh, gosh.
Disgusting.
Sorry. It's just so different than the other shit.
I'm probably gonna pour it back in yours.
Just drink. It's not that bad. It's not bitter or anything. It's just it's sour. It's sour, but it kind of like wakes you up a little bit.
That is very
It's
sour.
not bad. It's just sour.
Ugh.
It doesn't taste that bad. It's just weirdly sour.
Mm.
It's like biting a weird berry or something after you've just
Or a
been
lemon.
almost. Yeah, it's got the sourness of almost like a lime or a lemon. Agreed with that.
Ooh.
Lemon. Sorry, what?
But oh yeah, I was thinking with like, in the creative like way again, like a big part of me is like been looking for some way to do good with it as well. Like how we
we
talked
talked
about
about
like
that
trying
before,
to like
yeah.
go out and dive for like garbage in the water. Or,
We
like,
still should, man.
clean up garbage and like that's something that's been on my mind for a long
We'll make
time.
a film out of doing that shit once we get like all of our new cameras and shit we've been talking about doing.
That's what I want to do. Yeah.
Make a fucking proper film and actually go and do that shit too.
Exactly.
Do the good deed, not just talk
Not just
about
thinking
it.
about
and
it,
shit, or think
exactly.
about it.
I've been at that-
We'll go do it.
That's what I want to do, man. I want to get myself to the point where, like I said, there's no excuse. Where I can just go and do the shit that's on my mind, and have the equipment where you're ready to just go up and do that.
But make it an interesting film or something.
Exactly.
Document the experience.
Exactly.
But do something good like that. Agreed. I want to do that too. Since you brought that up, that's a cool idea. I like that idea.
Ugh.
That is really sour, man. It's the lemon. It's like biting into a lemon peel.
I don't like it.
Might have to have some more of that.
I'm not having it anymore.
That's tough. It's tough out here.
I'm good with the booze. I need to drink water. Yes, sir.
I don't have that.
You should.
I will. I'll always have a little bit of water later on.
Should always be drinking fucking water.
I drink more water now than ever, man. Now that I'm
Oh,
working
yeah.
fucking where I do.
When you work in the heat, you have to. Your body's like, yo,
You will
you
die
drink it,
if
we're
you
gonna
don't
die.
fucking drink that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, when I worked at a dad's place, it was like that. I was like,
Yeah.
I was going. That's
And I
where
drink 5 bottles of water every day. Like
that's where I
it's
fell in love with
crazy.
water.
Yeah,
Working in the heat was just like
You
cold
have
water
to.
was like,
that's the fucking shit. And you have to have that
and your body just like whole bottle of water gone in like a few
Yeah.
minutes.
in 10 minutes.
And you have to
right?
piss every fucking 20 minutes.
That's
So
okay,
much
though.
water. But yeah, man, working in the heat's fucking.
It's good for your health, I guess, in that sense. Like you're gonna hydrate and stuff. Like
I definitely feel myself adjust to it where it's like this week it was hot, but it wasn't that bad. Like I feel like I'm already climatized to the heat from like some of
me
the
too.
earlier.
Even from just doing this now, I think you kind of get used to the
Yeah.
heat. So
Where, like-
sitting out in the sun, like it doesn't mean dick.
Or you
now.
can definitely notice it, but it's like like whatever. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
I've already since working where I do now, like the heat doesn't bother me as much.
Hell
I
yeah.
can sit out in the sun when it's 35 and like I don't give a fuck.
And it worked the same way with us with cold, man. Like even in the
Yeah,
video
you have to
I
get
told you I
used to
watched,
doing it.
I mentioned like the cold last year in the winter was not that unbearable, and I think it was because we got in the fucking water in such late months
We
of the
kept
year.
getting in colder and colder. And
Fucking
I want to
fall.
do that again this year.
Me
man.
too. See how far we can push it. We
I
haven't
want to
done
get in the fucking water when there's snow on
Me
the
too.
floor, bitch.
Me too, bro. That's what I
I
told
want
you
to break
originally.
through the fucking ice,
I told
a
you I
little
want to
bit.
go fucking polar.
even if it's just for like 5 seconds, because we haven't gotten in at all when snow's on the floor or like
Mhm.
ice is present, because that's like a next level shit. But I want to.
Me too.
I think that's so cool.
I even part of me wants to get like an ice bath that you can
That'd be cool too.
dunk in. 'Cause
It's
that's
just-
like the same type of deal.
You just need to set that shit up or like have it set up.
Even like a once a week dunk would be like,
I want to do it when there's ice on the fucking river. Like I want to push through
Me
that
too.
shit and sit in that fucking water.
I want.
It's tough because you got to bring like the clothes and like the changing for it.
Oh, and you better have a warm like spot to get to right
yeah,
away.
or be able to like, retreat quickly.
That's why I wanted to go out to Waterford, man, because there's a spot where you can park right next
we
to
should
a
try
pond.
next time.
Like a place Jana and I have gone swimming is like you park
Well, even where we used
Steps
to go all
away
the
from the
time,
water.
me-
Oh,
me,
it's
you and
way
Vic
closer
went to
than that.
swim.
way closer than that.
Even out there's parts where you can get right in the water and then drive
It
away.
was
like
where we
5
biked.
seconds later.
Actually, remember where we were biking in the water and shit like that?
Yeah. That's one of the more main ponds.
That was the pond. The pond.
That's a more of the like a main pond. of
There's a
water
parking lot
ponds.
like inches
Right
away
there,
from
yeah.
that.
It's
Like,
literally
yeah,
right
it's
there.
like so
But even the
close.
main path where you drive up now, where it's all blocked off, you can swim right there. You could
That's
break
true.
that ice and then get out and just drive away.
That's true.
Even where it's blocked off, you can still swim on either side.
True.
And it's literally like
It's just
10
not so
steps.
like accessible. It's not like a beach. Like the place where you can pull up on is like a nice beach where it's easy to get to the
It's
water.
probably more shallow too there.
And it's gradual, like gradual depth.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That part is
That's where it's busy when you go on normal times.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be busy in the winter
No,
time.
fuck no. Nobody's gonna be there unless
maybe
they're
like
fishing.
an ice fisher person or
And then we'll just swim anyways.
yeah, could.
I want to do it though. Like badly want to do that.
I did too. I remember. I think it was. I forget last year. I forget now. Time just make no sense. But I remember we were doing it a lot, and then I think I got COVID or something, and we stopped.
Yeah, you got sick.
We stopped doing it for like
Yeah.
a few weeks or a month or something, and
Yeah,
then
we
I
just
remember the
didn't do it for
cold
a
started
while.
getting to the point where it's like I don't think I can get in the water again.
Yeah,
we
you
were
gotta-
working up to it, and
But
then
we were doing decent.
I got fucking sick or whatever.
Yeah, I remember you got that. Yeah.
That was like last year or some stupid shit. Like
This
that.
year I want to
forget.
try to do that again when it gets cold
Mhm.
and do it like consistently, like weekly if we can. 'cause
Yeah,
that's
we
how
were
you
doing
gotta-
it like that,
That's
bro.
how you got to do it.
And then we fucked it up, like the sickness, man, fucked it. And then we didn't get out there. I remember even when we did get back out, my fucking throat was still fucked, and my throat singing was like I was struggling.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were
It took
still.
a
You were
while
still
to-
kind of sick.
It took me a while to bounce back from that, bro.
Yeah.
There's still times where I even question if I've even fully bounced back from it, especially when the air quality's been bad lately here in Canada, bro.
Yeah, you don't know what kind of damage could have been done. Man.
Exact to my
That's
lungs
weird
and
that that
shit.
affects you that much. I find it doesn't.
There's been times where I'll be at work and I'm like, hey, like, I can't get like a
I
gratifying
don't get
breath.
that. Even when the air's bad, I don't feel like I can't breathe much.
I've had it a few times, like over the past month or so, where it's like, fuck me, I can't get a good like fresh breath of air. Like it feels like I took a good, clean, like satisfying lung full of air. It's like I take a big breath, it's like that wasn't enough. Like I need to keep like keep drawing big breaths in, like just to even get enough. It's like that's probably
kinda
not
weird,
good.
yeah.
I had that COVID shit twice, bro.
I might have had it twice too. I don't remember, but I don't think I had it bad the second time.
I forget.
I don't remember honestly.
I feel like the second time I had it was worse.
You had it bad. That was the second time you had it.
Yeah, and it was way worse.
and it lasted a long time.
I actually lost my taste. My voice was
and
fucked for
when we
like
went out to even do throat singing the one time, your voice
my
was
voice
fucked
was
up.
fucked, bro, for
Yeah.
like a month or more.
Yeah,
It took me
that
more
was
than
that
a
one
month.
time we
It took me
swam.
probably
that time.
3+
I don't think we
months.
posted that video.
Maybe not.
We haven't. That's not a video yet, and I'll have to fucking finish that one.
I feel like it took 3+ months to bounce back from that fucking that second round. And I remember there was like a day or two where I was like basically bedridden, like just getting
Wonder if
up
I
out of
can find
bed
pieces
to
of
go
that footage.
pee or something was like holy shit. It was like a
I
struggle.
remember you saying you were jacked from that.
The second one fucked me up good, buddy.
Excuse me. Fuck, it's gonna take me 10 years probably.
I remember I didn't eat anything for like a few days, barely drank enough fluids, and fuck me. Really
that's
didn't
not
feel
fun,
good.
dude.
It basically felt like you're just zombie, like just struggling through it. Just felt like you want to lay on bed all day and sleep.
What you do when you're like that?
I forget, like even, was that 2022 probably? But
I'm not sure
I
100%.
don't know what outing that would have been. There's so much shit that we've done that we haven't uploaded, like
Yeah, there's definitely
for
some shit.
for drum playthroughs and just improvised sessions.
I don't remember which one this is. That's just audio. No, that was one of the even older ones than that.
Yeah, older. Damn.
Yeah, older than when we swam that time we were talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder if it's like the air quality that's been fucking with me or the goddamn fucking COVID. Like,
Yeah, man, it's hard to
it
say.
just makes
exactly.
me wonder, bro.
It's hard to say exactly
You never
what
know.
it could have been.
A lot of shit's come out too about like potentially sketchy shit with even the vaccines too, where it's like
Yeah, I'm not.
you know, like
looking
I said,
forward to that
you don't
one.
know what to believe anymore, bro.
Yeah, and
A lot of like people like
I think eventually something in there is not going to go right. That's like as history of people usually go. Something's not going to be good with that. might
it's
take 10 years.
Very much rushed and
Yeah, and they're just like, it's fine. Everything's great. It works. When have we ever? When has that
hindsight,
ever
it
worked?
would have been
before?
nice to just not take any of those.
I regret not taking that shit now.
Me too, man.
100%. If I could go back, I wouldn't fucking do any of that.
Just because
crap.
now they're pretending that now it's like COVID never even happened.
Yeah.
You go to any store, it's just like normal. No masks, like nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was this.
Maybe
one.
it was this one, buddy.
think it
It's like
was.
we were doing a lot of shit that day, but like I was worried about my voice. I remember it.
Might be this one, man. I'll try to find it before I pull it up on the screen. I don't know.
I just knew that day like my throat singing wasn't working great, and like yeah, my shit was still recovering. It's
Oh, yeah,
unfortunate.
it was this one.
Oh, yeah, we went far out into the water that day. Fucking no shirt boy. Whoops. It was really cold that day.
Yeah, it
Getting in the
was.
water. That was like one of the colder ones, I think.
You can't hear much audio or anything on this one. And the actual edit, you can hear us talking over because we have the Tascam. This is just the GoPro. It was fucking cold.
It was that was the day the wind was cold. We got in the cold water, came out, and the wind felt
You felt
warm.
warm because this was like stinging cold. This
Dude,
was
that-
when we went in where it burned your legs.
Just walking
to
there.
walk to that
Mhm.
rock.
Right.
It burned our fucking legs. Like we walked out from this point.
I
as
had
we
no
went.
shoes yet. I have those sandals
You
now
didn't
too.
use
I'm
bare
ready.
feet.
I'm ready this year with the shoes.
That shit was straight up fucking like pain, man.
Oh yeah. And the wind literally felt like desert warm wind hitting you. It was like refreshing.
Yeah.
And it was cold. Like the
Yeah.
wind was not nice and warm.
No, we were swimming when it was like
Maybe like less than 20 degrees
it was
Celsius.
a weird day where the air was warm that day, but the water was still like it was like 5 or something, like 6. Like it was fucking cold.
Late in the season, I feel like this was. The water was cold, but the day was kind of warm. You know what
This
I mean?
was early, I think, in the season. Actually, when it
Early?
was- yes, I think it was still like the trees are still pretty bare. Pretty sure we were going out early. I think in this one
Oh, okay. So like April, like fall, or
we had a
sorry,
few of those
spring,
like
early
fall
spring.
type days where it was like 20 degrees in the air, and we got in the fucking
But the water was still
And
like
the water
winter
was
cold.
still like winter
oh,
acclimatized.
okay.
Because there's no fucking. It's like
Nothing's growing
everything's
yet.
bare. Like there's no green on the trees. Like it's still
Right.
dead looking. But we were. It was the water was like I forget like 8 or 7. Like it was borderline freezing, and we were getting in it.
I remember that one was painful,
Yeah.
but very gratifying. Like it
That's
felt
that's why
great.
there's no sound speakers off.
That fucking explains it, buddy.
You can't hear a lot, anyways. More especially when we're out there. But I mean, half the time we're just listening to Ilon.
Trying to get to that mental space where you can just
gotta
get
get somewhere
in there. That hurt, dude. The cold overruled the pain of walking on the gravel or the rocks. Because walking on the
It's
rocks
so
hurts.
cold that it doesn't hurt.
Walking on that rocks hurts like a motherfucker. But the cold was so painful, I didn't even notice what I was stepping on. So I was
Yeah.
basically just like
Yeah.
step,
You're just like tearing your feet up. You're
basically
like, I
just
don't
get
feel
me
it.
out of here.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, you do, girl.
Wow, this is our adventure there. I need to put that one out.
There's so much shit like that, bro. We probably haven't put up.
I haven't
That
put
we
that
just
up.
have sitting. Stuff that we played at the drums at the trailer with our metal or our steel drums. I know I have like
I
a
put
cup.
some of that out.
Me too. I put like at least 1 or 2 up. But there's more I need to put up for sure. But again, so many creative tasks, bro. It's hard to give yourself to like all of them. You gotta
I
just do
know.
one at a time.
Agreed.
You gotta give yourself a lot of time at one of them
And
too.
with music, you got to do it a lot more than the others.
Yeah,
I find.
consistency.
If you want to like level up, you got to put mucho time into that crap,
Exactly.
and it's tough out here.
It's tough again. Tough when you're working 40 hours a week at
It's
least.
really tough out here when you're doing 40 hours a week.
Yeah, buddy. That's all I want to do, but it's like it's risky to do, you know. But again, feels like it's attainable for me at this point. So it's like, it's calling me.
You got to find a way if music's what you want to really like jump into with that.
Yeah,
What works for you to
it
like,
wouldn't.
move forward.
It wouldn't
in
even be like me surviving off music. It'd be more me surviving off YouTube initially.
No, I don't mean your survival. I mean like the learning more and like the creative like
Oh,
leveling
yeah.
up.
Music is definitely where that's the most needed
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
and the most like.
You got to find what works for you for moving that forward. I think if you're gonna like put a lot of time into
I think
that,
playing guitar and
yeah,
keyboard.
exactly. Just figure one out. You'll fuck around with one and be like, this makes more sense,
Mhm.
and you'll just do it. You just got to figure which one it is, or both. Could be both.
Yeah. because I've definitely like felt drawn to guitar like over the years, but never really fully like.
And you played bass and shit.
Yeah.
You did a little bit of it enough to like to get your hands
Surprisingly
wet.
able to pull that off like at the time because I had no experience when I had to do that.
Bass is a good starting point for that kind of stuff. And then guitar's a little more fucked, but it's
It was at the time that was fuck, bro, because it was either
well,
like
it is because you went from playing the drums to playing bass.
and it was like
It's totally
we're
different.
kind of more like electronic music. It's like you either learn the bass parts or like we don't need you. So it was like, well, I guess I'm playing bass.
But I guess in a way it kind of forced you to do that a little bit.
And we played shows like that, bro.
Yeah.
Where I had
You
no
played
idea what
shows
the
playing
fuck
the
I was
bass.
doing.
Exactly.
I had long enough hair where I could headbang and pull it off, and like did some backup vocals where I could
And
like pull it off.
Hit enough of the notes.
Yeah,
Or
I
worse.
did at least know like what to do there.
Yeah, you weren't
Whether I
retarded
did it
on
well, like
it. I think you did just fine on it.
it was definitely a good way to like pique my interest in it and shit.
And you did it. That's the thing. So now it's just guitar's like the level up from that.
Yeah. Bass was very fun. And guitar, I feel like is more like more open to like just there's more you can do with it kind of thing.
Well, for sure.
So guitar definitely interests me. Like
You just
I'm
gotta
excited to play that.
you gotta try to get yourself weirdly obsessed with it almost in a way.
I
That's
should
like the
learn
thing.
like a song or something and play it.
A song would probably do you great. Even if just pick something fairly simple that has a couple chords
Mhm.
and playing standard, so you're learning your big chords.
Mm.
I wish I did that a long time before I was playing because I didn't do that for like 10 years, and then I'm like, oh, this makes more sense. Playing if you can learn all the chords, you can play like any fucking song,
Yeah.
literally any song. So it's
Yeah.
like you should probably
Should
learn,
probably learn
chords.
those.
That's a good idea. And there's not a lot of them. It's A B C D F G and then sharps on some of them. That's it. It's not that much. So if you can learn all those shapes and stuff,
With
and
music,
the minors and stuff, I mean, so there's double what you think, but
it's like a whole nother language you need to learn. So like it's worth it if that's your field of interest. If that makes sense. Like I've only dabbled a little. Like it got to the point where I knew like when you would if you tell me what scale we were writing in,
yeah, you
I
knew
could find
kind
that.
of what to do. Yeah,
And
that's
know which
that's a
notes-
great place to start. man.
that's where I'm at basically. Where like if you tell me what scale it's in, I can write some vocals to this section that's in that scale, and it'll be the right scale.
Yeah, exactly. There's tools for it that can make that easier, and like how to look at it and read this, like the circle of fifths and stuff.
Yes.
Which we'll get into more, I think, as we write new shit,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll learn it just like that.
Especially as you write more more challenging music where it's changing more often, and I'll actually need some of those tools to write.
Well, and that's
what
the
you
thing.
give
When
me.
we do it, we write in exactly when the fuck we do it. We don't just,
Yeah.
I think we did that. No, I'm gonna put it right in the project. Key change here. So you'll know, and I'll know, or everyone fucking knows what's going on in the song because we didn't do that kind of shit before, even when we did it.
Our whole first album was literally just like
We didn't know anything.
off the cuff.
We did do key changes and stuff and not even realize we'd done it when we were doing it.
But I kind of love that too.
I do
about
too.
it, man. Like,
But it makes it, remember how fucking long we sat the one
Oh,
day
yeah.
for me trying to figure out what the fuck was going on in that, I forget which song it was, but because we didn't know what was happening, there was a key change
Mhm.
and we didn't know what key
Mm.
or what the fuck it went to or what happened.
Yeah, we had to sit and figure it out on the spot.
Forever.
Yeah, like you
That's-
said though, it'll only improve.
That's the level where I want to be like, oh, I know what happened there. And
Yeah,
if I can
that's
do
this
that,
scale.
that's fine.
Mm.
That's enough for me already. And I feel like the rest of us just doing what we do is fine.
I agree.
I just want a little more knowledge than I already have now, and that'd be fine.
Yeah, true that, man. I wish I knew what it was too with drums, like with even still to this day that like
Yeah,
super
drums is another one that for me is like,
drums,
I
bro.
don't know.
Still to this day drive me to like obsession levels where like I can't.
that's how I started.
I
man.
can't stop thinking about drums, and I started wanting to play guitar.
Yeah, I know. I was
But I
weird.
never
I was
had a guitar.
obsessed with trying to get into drums at first.
And you never had a kit, and
Yeah.
then you wanted a guitar. They're a little cheaper, so I think you got.
I got the guitar and started on that, and
And
that's
eventually,
when
I got the drums.
Yeah,
But I wasn't even ready for drums.
We totally switched.
But I don't regret it, bro.
I still have some of that to drums too. I feel really drawn to want it. Probably now more than I even did before. There's something to it, but that's a whole nother language. It's totally different
Drums,
than everything
drum
else.
language makes more sense to me than guitar, keyboard,
There's
melody.
less to it in ways, but there's probably still way more than I even slightly
There's so
understand.
many subtleties to drums that like
And techniques and shit that I don't understand at all.
true.
But
Me too.
as
I
far,
don't understand drums at all technically, but I feel like I've been playing them long enough
you
where I can
understand,
hear something
you'll
and I can understand it.
technical crap, even though you don't know what
intuitively.
it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. from listening to Gojira, you'll know what fucking paradiddles are
Yeah,
and stuff.
and I can play it, like, subtly.
That's paradiddles.
Yeah.
But you could play that. You wouldn't
Yeah.
know what that's called.
Exactly.
But you would know how to do it.
Drums drive me that way, like
Yeah.
whereas like beats and shit are constantly in my head, and beats where I don't think are in songs are always in my head. Where I'm at work just banging on the toe motor, like
Yeah, exactly.
to beats that don't exist. I don't think, or at least that I've never heard.
Yeah.
Weird ass beats too, where it's like, fuck, I wish I could turn that into something, but I forget about it in like 10 minutes because I gotta go do other shit.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. The drums still definitely like call to me like harder than ever, or like just as hard as ever.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I just wish we had that's where we need a proper setup to play drums and stuff.
Mhm.
I think would really help with that more.
True.
That's a tough one to get really obsessed
It's so
with.
fucking loud, and
Yeah,
like, if
it's
you're
a
playing
tough
on an acoustic
instrument to
kit,
just fuck around with when you need to just be in front of a full acoustic kit and play around with it.
Mhm.
That's like the best fucking way to learn the drums.
Thankfully, over the years, I had a lot of practice with us just jamming and doing all these other bands, and like I had more experience on drums than anything for sure.
Yeah.
Quite a bit on vocals now too, just mostly for my own.
I want more
Personal-
drums. Yeah.
True. Yeah, I will say you're the more out of the two of us, definitely the more like well-rounded musician, where you could write a whole song yourself, drums, bass,
That's
guitar,
just from spending a lot of
singing.
time composing. And then that
Exactly.
started out with electronic music.
Yeah, man.
That's why that kind
I
of
remember.
bullshit comes from, man.
It was important.
It
An
does
important
help
shift.
building it for sure. Just it's understanding, especially with digital shit nowadays. The more of the programming it and doing all that, I can do that well. But
Mhm. I feel like you were always the most well-rounded, but there's something like I said earlier. But when you and I get together and write together,
it's always more
the
interesting
most
that way.
the most like we could push it to a new level.
It's never as fun if you do it all yourself, I find, than if you have someone else's influence. Doesn't matter what it is.
True.
Even when you just play guitar, drums, vocals, it doesn't matter. When you're
Yeah.
doing it yourself, it's good, but it's better when you have other influences because it's going to change how you do it,
That's a good point.
and that's why it's more interesting to work with more people.
Yeah, man. We're lucky in the sense that we were able to at least always be able to work with each other. Always had another like musician to work with and bounce ideas off of, and just jam together with.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm super grateful for all that shit, man. It's been fuck me. We've been playing music now for like between 10 to 15 years. Like it's been a long time since we started, bro. Like
Yeah, 15,
since before
probably.
high school.
Probably more than 15 years,
yeah,
man.
man. True. Probably pushing
Probably
20.
like 17, 18 years of playing
Holy
music.
shit. It's crazy.
Well, how old were you when you started playing the kit?
Dude, I was in
12,
like grade
13?
6, 7.
13?
Like, yeah, maybe 12,
So, like,
13.
yeah, you're looking at
Holy
like 17
shit.
years, 18 years, man.
Holy fuck, man.
Yeah, it's fucked.
And I'm so glad that we stuck with it because most people just give up on like, dude.
I think most
it-
people don't have someone to play it with, which can fuck you up.
that too, that definitely helped. But in the beginning, man, I felt hopeless on drums. Like I felt scared to
Well, I
even sit
felt
down.
hopeless on guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody feels hopeless when they first start.
Exactly.
Unless you're like Chinese or something.
And you learned it since you were like 3 years old. But man, I remember
Probably
just
cut
feeling.
that.
You probably cut that.
Sorry.
I definitely just remember feeling hopeless though on the kit though. Like when the drums are so fucking loud, you can't just sit and practice it yourself.
That's the
Everybody in
worst
the
part
house is
about
gonna
drums.
hear it. Everybody wants to know
Yeah.
what you've learned, what you're doing. But it's like, I never took lessons. I never really had like someone to show me. So I had to learn it like slowly over time.
Unless you have a studio that's like soundproof where you can practice drums
We
by
didn't
yourself.
have that.
We
We
didn't
never
have
had that.
No.
It made it very intimidating and overwhelming to learn, but there was always something there that told me like don't quit this. Like that called me. Like as soon as we found music, that's all I ever wanted, man. That's like literally all I ever like as like a goal in life. Like what's your goal in life? It would be like to be able to sustain a living with music. Like,
Yeah, that's always gonna be mine. I don't care if I die and still don't succeed. I'm gonna keep trying at it.
exactly. But it's not even about like money. It's like
No,
that's
but-
my
but
ultimate dream.
It's-
Like if I
think
can be
success isn't just money.
no, it's not.
Success is like mentally
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
Like if my heart, brain, and
somehow
if,
monetarily.
if my
it's
wallet
working.
also happens to agree with it, then I've done it.
Yeah.
But the most important part is getting yourself like fulfilled in that, not just
Not just doing it for the
cash
money.
flow, yeah.
Not just doing it for one.
if you can
specific
also earn
reason.
money, that's obviously a fucking massive bonus. But
Yeah,
yeah, if you feel properly fulfilled, then
That's like the ultimate dream come true.
That's all you need. Yeah.
But it feels tough to attain that.
It's
and
tough out
stuff.
here, though.
It's very tough out here. It's crazy out here, man. That shit in the world just keeps getting crazier and crazier. I just feel myself fading more into like the background of the world of just like, I just don't want to be a part of any of that. Just,
Yeah, I felt like that for so long. I don't even remember anymore.
yeah, me too, man.
It just keeps getting more fucked up.
Yeah, literally, just things keep getting crazier and crazier. And chair's
This chair's
loud.
making all sorts of noise. I know it needs that jigaloo real bad, but real bad.
Mhm.
I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to like lock it so I can just stop moving.
How's that working?
It's bad though.
Mhm.
It needs to lubed up badly. I mean, if you breathe, pretty much it like. I'm hoping the mic it's gonna pick some of that up, but I'm sorry if it picks a lot of that up.
I don't think you've been moving too much, but just lately you've been shifting a bit.
Maybe if I lower it, my feet will be more on the floor.
Maybe
That'll probably help.
more stable. I don't
This
know,
light
buddy.
is better.
What else you got? What you got for me? What do you got?
My eyes are shutting. That's what I
Your
got.
eyes are shutting?
But I'm okay. I'm still kicking though.
I hate early shift hours.
I got this, man. I'm still good.
That's good. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else. What else we got going on here?
I'll finish that song I showed you before that I
What?
started for my project, like my Viking shit.
Oh,
We could listen to that.
do you want to?
Sure.
It's up to you, man.
Let's listen to that. I finished it like yesterday or the day before.
I'm
Recently.
interested to hear it.
I showed you part of it before, but it wasn't done. Now it's
Mhm.
done, so let's listen to it.
How long?
4 minutes. Just under 4.
Okay.
Do you need more booze?
No. Get a snack bathing. It's hungry. It's much more like I remember you told me last time we hung out. Like it's much more like produced nowadays. Much more like layers and like
Changing it.
synths.
Yeah, there's more
Synths
shit.
involved, which is
Yeah.
good though. It sounds like a higher production value and stuff.
I wrote this in a completely weird scale that I've never fucked with before.
Mm.
Some kind of weird, like, European scale or something.
Oh yeah.
So any synths, vocals, or strings or anything I wrote in the thing I've never fucked with before. I don't even know what it's called.
Shit. That's cool.
Scales that'll use like three notes in a row and shit, which is not
Oh yeah.
like semitone,
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that's not normal. For like,
Shit.
regular modes don't use that.
That's cool.
It was like C minor, but one of them went 3 in a row, which is completely not like
That
C minor
seems
at all.
bizarre. Yeah.
Yeah.
For anything I've like ever
It's not like that at all.
experienced. Like yeah.
So there's parts here where it goes minor, but then it goes even weirder because there's like 3 notes sending in a row and shit.
That's cool.
There's your 3 notes in a row right there. And that weird minor, like really, it's like extra minor.
Mm. That's trippy shit. Sounds haunting, but like
Yeah, it
nice.
does. It's like minor on drugs.
Wow. I don't recognize much of this stuff now.
You haven't heard most of this, yeah.
Mm.
That's probably those 3 notes in a row again right there. They're like extra haunting.
Oh, I like that. Oh. That reminds me of Half-Life for some reason.
Half-Life. Yeah, I can kind of get some of that vibes from it. I think you heard like
A little bit at the beginning, yeah.
you heard this part. That's all I showed
Yeah.
you before.
That's
You
the past
didn't
there.
hear the beginning.
Oh shit, okay. Yeah, damn. That's trippy.
Yeah, with the female vocals and
Yeah.
that word in there.
It was hard to remember like what you'd showed me before.
You
but-
heard the 4 bars of this part with the throaty singing parts. You probably heard that. You didn't hear this.
No.
Sounds so much better with headphones on too.
Yeah, always.
But it sounds surprisingly decent with the speaker, honestly. Not bad.
Yeah, man. I like it.
I tried to mix it bassier too than my
Yeah.
other shit.
It's
I
tough.
wanted
Like,
to punch with the low end hits harder than this shit than the stuff I did before.
true.
Just
Yeah,
how
I
I
noticed
mixed
that kind of.
It's how I mixed it.
You surprisingly mixed it
I went a
surprisingly lighter.
little calmer on the low end, but I think
Yeah.
with this shit I like that punchier sound with the low end.
I kind of noticed that definitely with your first album. It was more acoustic sounding, I will say. Like, didn't sound as fucking like.
But I kind of like some of that in a sense. I like the clarity that you get,
Mm.
but I also like the punchiness of like this one.
Yeah, true that, man.
And the low end like rumbles through with the
Yeah, I
strings
like
and
that
the
shit.
vocals.
That chicken, that's the stuff that hits you in the heart. Like, the low end is
I
what
like that.
makes you go like, oh, damn.
Well, let's see if I can pull a piece of that up and just kind of we can see the scale exactly what that is. If it will load and not crash while we're recording.
Ooh.
Let's see. Let's see what this
Oh.
computer can do.
Mm.
Or if it'll just crash.
I imagine this streaming program takes a little bit of a.
It's not too bad because we're not actually streaming it technically.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just recording it,
True.
which I think is actually a lot less taxing on it.
Mm. It looked like it loaded up okay.
I think we're alright.
Computer's pretty good at the end of the
Oh
day.
yeah, it should be fine. I guess just so you can sort of see what the fuck's going on. We're working in FL Studio here. Well, but looking at you can't
Pretty
see
sure
much there.
Aviators works in FL Studio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'll always will just because it's what I'm used to.
me too, man.
So let's
Even
see
when
if
I
we
mix for videos and shit, it's in FL Studio first.
can-
It's a cool way to hear all the layers.
Oh yeah, man, and the weird scale. Like I think this.
It looks like right there. Like, boom.
That's
boom,
one
boom.
here, yeah. But
And there.
this will work good better with the strings. I think you'll hear it probably better on something like this, with this pattern. So this pattern goes from C to B flat or A sharp.
So
3
literally
notes in a row.
3 in a row, yeah.
So you, whoops, what the hell happened there? What happened there?
Gone, bro.
So you can literally do like, let's go up actually slightly higher so you can hear it better. It's not normal to go those 3 notes in a row, but that's in this.
Mmm. That's cool.
There's times when I even use it in here. Not in this section, but
That is cool.
I think maybe in this part with the. This part goes from C to B to A sharp or B flat. You might hear it better on
Sounds
like.
fucking drugs.
Yeah, so you'll get the.
Mmm.
Those 3 notes in a row are not normal in any progression like that.
Wow.
But it sounds cool together.
It does.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to strip the song down.
A lot of like subtleties you don't quite notice in the full mix and stuff like that.
The drum progressions. Just these drums.
all fed through like various software that you
Mucho
got over
VST,
the years,
yeah.
man. Holy shit! Spent so much on all that stuff.
Yeah, I have a
Over
lot
the
of
years.
VSTs. This is actually a different drum one than I normally use.
Mm.
Yeah, I forget what it's even called right now. Cinematic Rhythms. 0G core. It's a good one for this kind of shit.
Mm.
But I've also used a lot of electronic sounds in this one, which I don't usually.
Mm.
Like this. That's got
Damn.
like sounds and like a
bit of a beat to it.
yeah. Then you mix it with more shit. All the drums together in that. It has that like da-da electric sound. Da-da. But it will also follow a pitch, so it actually slightly changes when this changes here.
That's sick, man.
One note down. Just that by itself.
Sounds so trippy.
And then it'll go down one more note.
Yeah, definitely a very weird scale.
Yeah, it is. I forget what it's even
That's
called.
nice.
It's
Oh,
like
that's cool.
what is it actually called? There's a way to look at this. What scale highlighting? It's an Eastern scale, an other. It's not even technically got a name.
Hmm.
And in C.
Damn.
It's like C minor, but it's slightly weirder. Pretty sure. That's why I liked it. FL's got a cool tools for that. When you're not super familiar with it, you can highlight a scale.
True.
So when anything you piano roll will show you what that scale is in it. A really useful tool. Like if we're writing in C minor, you can just set it up to C minor, and it'll show you here's all your notes in C minor. If you go to add any VSTs or anything, super useful. And then these are just the vocal fucking things I've already just consolidated. So this project was over 20 gigs worth of VSTs running at one point.
Holy.
So I had to start consolidating the audio because it was like it's gonna crash once it hits fucking 32. There's a lot of really cool vocal ones.
I like that shit a lot.
This one was the one I just finished like yesterday.
Damn.
This whole section. I think once I fucking removed the actual VST, it took the notes away that it played, but it was similar, I think, to this.
Aw.
It was, I think, the same scale. Yeah, it was the same scale as this one, I think. Higher, one note down, one note down. Yeah, it was this one. And then this is just the lower notes of like the bassier, more throaty sung parts
Oh,
that are
shit,
in this
yeah.
section. Yeah, the bass notes just follow what the higher female notes do.
Mm.
And there's also strings for this section, follow the same notes. Which uses one of my favorite plugins right now is this one.
Damn.
It sounds so fucking cool. That's just one of the cello plugins. But mixed with
Sounds
everything
huge.
else. So cool.
Damn.
I like the whispery, weird sounds that the vocals
Yeah.
came through in that one. I there was like 6 or 7 patches I used for this one fucking sound, man.
Mm.
Just listen to that. Huge layers. All playing the same note, but like 5 or 6 different patches of a
She.
thing playing that. It's drugs.
Sounds crazy, man. So cool to experiment with all that shit.
A lot even just in that.
No
one
doubt.
fucking song, man. And this is all the consolidated shit. So it all of this looked like this at one fucking
Yeah.
point. Just had to start consolidating. This is already loading over with 10 gigs worth of shit into the memory.
Damn.
10,000 megabytes. It was at 20 at one point. That done crashed your computer. You only have 16 gigs, right?
Yeah. Can you upgrade that?
Yeah.
There's a beast
32,
otherwise.
yeah. For virtual instruments, you gotta have high RAM. If you start getting stupid with the projects like that. And even then I was like, this is bad. Like I was getting like 24,
If
25.
I do upgrade that, it'll be stronger than this.
Yeah, you can put as much as we could put 100 in it if you want to get stupid.
Damn, I don't need that much.
No.
Just- yeah.
If you can get to 32, that'll be more than enough.
Yeah.
Oops. There's nothing on there. Let's just mute that. Oh yeah. But okay, I remember.
Okay.
So earlier I was texted. Either Andy texted me, or was it yesterday? Maybe it was yesterday. But we were just randomly talking about people earlier that'd be cool to do this shit with and stuff. But he went through and watched like all your old videos, like or your space videos.
Oh,
And
really?
stuff. Yeah, he was like texting me about it, like about your videos and stuff.
What?
And then he watched all mine too. So
Like
he
the
watched
music ones and
all of
stuff?
them, all of your
Holy.
videos, all of my videos, and he's like, yeah, I'm just really into watching your guys' shit. It was just cool.
Bro, he's such a cool person,
know.
man. He's such a cool, supportive, like, friend.
He is.
You know what I mean?
But he really is interested in like anything like
Yeah.
that we do. Like,
I feel like he did comment on, like, a couple of my early space
I think it
ones.
was yesterday. He went through and watched all your shit and all
Damn.
my shit.
That's a lot
randomly.
to take in, man.
It is.
Like, that much information.
But he just likes to watch it because it's something we're doing. I think it's extra interesting
Damn,
thing
man.
like that.
Mad respect to
But it's
him.
pretty cool like, that he just did that.
That's
I
so
don't know.
cool. So cool of him to do that. Damn.
And half the shit sometimes when we're doing music, it's both of us.
True.
It's not just me. When we're playing our drums, it's fucking both
True.
of us and shit, man.
Fuck yeah. You've done a pretty nice job at like keeping like a good variety of stuff on your music one and post like random stuff here and there. I try to keep up with that. I think I've seen everything you've put up there.
Yeah, I think the adventure one was the most recent.
Yeah, I watched that with headphones the other night.
Yeah.
Watched the whole thing.
That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's just cool because you get the videos of us playing the shit in it too and everything.
Like it's just a trippy like I said before, like a timestamp to just see that again and be like, damn, like
Yeah.
going
It
back
is.
to that place and time. It's like, damn, it's so trippy. That's a big part of what I really like about film work, man.
Yeah, me too.
It's just such a cool fucking time.
Being able to go back on it
Yeah,
years
10 years later,
later,
be like,
or
holy
even a few
shit,
months
man.
later is trippy.
Yeah, it is. Things can change like more than you realize in that amount of time, and to go back and see that and like where you were at that time was like, it can be very trippy and eye opening.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, damn. Mad respect to Andy though. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was cool when he just randomly said that. I hadn't spoken to him in a bit either, and then he just said that out of nowhere. I'm like, what
Fuck,
the hell?
man.
Respect.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in so long.
It's been a while even since I seen him. When he dropped whenever the last videos was either.
Mm,
It's probably already over a month ago now.
Jeez, yeah, man, time's real.
Yeah, man, it gets more stupid as you get older.
Mm-hmm. Just fucking drifts away on you. Makes everything feel a little bit more urgent. I feel like as you get older.
Yeah, I get that too. But then it feels like it just keeps going faster even once you start realizing that.
it's not like it's more urgent. That doesn't help it slow
Yeah.
down, but it makes you realize how much more urgent it is. And then it just comes down to can you keep up with it and stuff.
It always feels like you can't when we do as much as we do.
And yeah,
You
I
can't.
feel like we've taken on way too much where we need to just sit and focus on one thing.
Even just
For-
doing this. Like
Yeah.
assuming we put this on the Some Thoughts fucking
Yeah,
podcast thing.
we don't do
We
this
did it
much.
like one time and we've done a few little things after it, but we never I don't know, I said we have way too much bullshit on the go to actually like
Sustain any of it.
pick one fucking thing. It's almost impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Plus working.
Exactly,
if you both were
man.
working or something, maybe you could get away with that, but
Stuff out here. I'm good with that. It's crazy too, man. Like I remember, like you've documented like throughout the process of us like writing the album, we've taken like little snippets and recorded like video and stuff like that. just seeing all those like, once in a while you'll show it to me, and it's just like
Just more recently.
so
Yeah.
mind-boggling to see all that, man.
Have I showed you much of the stuff that I remastered with when we used to do all the old shit?
I feel like you
I
might
might
have,
have showed
yeah.
you some of that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you
The
definitely might have.
diagnosis ones.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you might have.
I might have showed you some of that.
Yeah. I feel like you might have, yeah.
I've got a big, like, almost 1 hour clip of it, like, just all fucked together.
Oh, yeah? I don't know if I've seen the
We
whole
obviously
thing.
don't need to sit and watch the 1 hour.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen the
But
whole
it's the thing.
Damn.
I should put a link to it in the shared Google Drive thing.
Yeah, true.
So if you get fucked up or something one day, you just want to watch it. It's a
True.
trip, man. You're gonna go back like
That's when we were
10,
kids.
over 10. Some of that shit's probably like 15 fucking years ago, man.
Holy. Yeah.
It's that fucking old. Like it's crazy. It's
Mhm.
kind of cool. It's like chilling with Cody and recording with Omar. Way
Yeah,
back
yeah,
when.
yeah.
Like it's fucking nuts. Nate's even in some of them.
Wait, holy, that's going really far back then.
So I'm saying it's more than 15 years.
We've always
probably
taken-
like 18 years ago.
We've always tried to take little snippets, I feel like, throughout all the things we do try to keep up with. We've always tried to, like, document, like,
Yeah,
process
that,
of
that
it.
one was kind of cool. And I kind of try to throw it as randomly together so it's all over. It's not just like it's kind
linear.
of cool.
Damn, though. We need to get this album done.
Well, yeah.
We need to get that.
That's a completely different band to go. That
Oh, yeah.
that footage.
Oh, yeah. Probably
But there's
more than
footage of
one
us
band ago.
doing this shit too from years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
From-
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I've even put some of that together.
Yeah, I feel like you've definitely shown me
You've
some of
seen
that.
that
Like,
for
us
sure.
recording the album and
Yeah.
stuff. That's what I was remembering.
Yeah.
And even like like you said, that shit goes back fucking years, man. It's crazy to think how easily that time just fucking vanishes, man. It's tough out here.
Yeah.
It's real out here. Fuck me up. I don't know where else to go, buddy.
Should
I'm trying to. I feel like I don't even
we
know.
watch a piece of that?
Which one?
The old diagnosis one.
If you want,
Some of them.
cut through, like skip through.
Yeah, we're not gonna watch the whole fight. It's an hour, man. If you watch the whole fucking thing. I'm trying to put some of it on here.
Smoke more relevant than ever.
Dude, that I do like a dope ass fucking intro.
That's cool. Even these projects at the time with
They were
like,
good, man.
with what I had, man, I threw my whole fucking soul into these projects.
Fuck yeah, man.
I wanted nothing more than just to drive these projects. They just never quite worked out, man.
They were still so much fucking fun.
They
Like,
were,
just you
and
fucking
they're
around
fun
with
and
your
really
friends
great
and stuff.
experience at the end of the day. Like I don't regret any of it.
And I like stabilized and remastered all of this footage. All of it.
Mm.
And we're also watching it on a 4K monitor, which is way more
Oh,
than,
true.
than it's expected to be watched
Yeah.
on. It's like rendered to 1080 and it still looks...
This
If you-
was at least 2013.
If you look at some of the
14.
OG shit, it looks like garbage. Or it's like the 640 by fucking whatever.
Oh,
garbage
yeah.
squares and shit. Some of it.
I feel like this was literally 2013, 14.
And we're like kids here, man.
10 years ago.
That's what it froze off. It's gotta load all this shit from the internet.
Mm.
Because it's
Google Drive.
stored on the Google Drive. Yeah. It'll take a sec to load it, but
You can see it
you
stabilized.
can definitely
too.
see the stabilizing there.
Those songs that really never quite fully became anything at the end of the day.
I'll be there. He said.
Is that Cody?
Yeah,
I wonder where we were going, like what we were doing. Oh, taking pictures, I think.
I
Probably.
think so. Yeah.
It's so stable. It's weird.
Yeah, I know. It's
like
almost.
gimbal
It's like
level
two
stable.
set. No, it looks fake.
It looks like it's in a
filled by like
studio.
Jesus Christ. Fucking James Cameron fucking directed this shit.
It literally looks like a studio, like a sound studio, like fucking a set.
I probably held the camera pretty still there for that.
And you said you stabilize the shit, right?
Yeah, so it's gonna be.
That makes sense. So they have a horse farm. The fucking horse farm. Shitting all over the place.
Cody smoking cigarettes back then. You don't smoke cigarettes no more.
David.
Like almost crashed or something.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, David."
That was so fucking long ago.
I
Man.
do.
So it literally feels like we were children.
No.
Fucking music's at
It's just a shot of his
Fancy
cigarette.
shots of a fucking cigarette.
Cinematic cigarette shots.
We all look like different
We're
people.
5 years old.
We all look so different.
I know. And there's no music. This is so random half of this shit. Dude, look at how old some of this shit is, dude. You were like 10. Some of this footage is
that's like high school.
Cody was like 8 there.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, dude. Some of this shit's mad old, bro.
Spraying each other with spray bottles.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so long ago. Who was shredding the kid though?
It must have been me.
Not me, yeah.
Cody sprayed you here. It's all just random and cut up. Like there's no order to
He just like
anything.
jumps between
Yeah,
like
that's like
5
years later or
yeah,
something.
yeah, man. Even this was so long after
Oh
what
yeah.
was just before it.
Yeah.
And this,
And this was
old as
fucking
fuck.
all this shit,
Dude, that guitar, bro, I was definitely in school. And I've been out of school since like 2009 or 2010.
Yeah. It's so fucking old, some of it. It's drugs. It's weird drugs.
or maybe switch your seats. I will let you down.
Mark's just like singing in the background.
Be around so you can see.
All the light.
Yeah,
It's so
those
bright.
damn lights.
Sorry. Dinner's ready. Okay, Mom.
Okay, Mom.
Dinner's ready. Okay, Mom.
I put a grilled cheese and JPEG.
Dinner's ready. Be around so you can see. Sorry. Dinner's ready. Okay, Mom.
And then it cuts back like 10 years before it out of nowhere. Dude, this is so old.
This looks like a digital camera.
This is a
from
remastered footage.
when we used to walk everywhere? Or? Dude, we walked everywhere.
We weren't even driving yet. You would have been like fucking 13,
Holy
man. 12,
shit, bro.
13.
And again, it jumped like 10 years later.
Those super old ones, I just threw in randomly, like,
What the
like
fuck?
sprinkling on.
I didn't think we were filming back then.
Yeah, man.
That must have been on some
On
little wee
digital
shit.
cameras that didn't even barely do video. Probably filmed in like 240 by like 100 or some shit.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
So that's why
There's
I
a
love
few
video
clips-
right there.
A
Like
few clips in there like that. Dude, you're probably 12 or 13 years old. Probably 13.
maybe 14 at the
14
most.
maybe.
I'm fucking 30 now.
We were just walking everywhere back then.
Wow.
maybe, but like, no, it seems like.
Drugs, man.
That's crazy.
So let's check it too. Sound like really? Yeah.
This is like an hour of this shit, man. But it's so cool to just sit and watch. It's like
No
fucking
doubt. For
throwback.
us, man, it's like literally like a history book. He looks like such a different person.
I know.
We all did, man.
We all do.
One more mute yourself.
It's like, press the audio on this shit so it's all one volume.
Oh no.
That's like, you can't even do that. Half these songs
I don't know what he's recording.
Never even got put out. sessions where me and him would just do it by ourselves. You probably never seen some of this shit.
I recall.
Remember the song at least?
I do at least recall the song.
Some of the shit.
Damn,
we
you
ran
look
with.
so different, bro.
I know, I'm like 5. Look like a fucking alien or some shit. I could fit into those
That
shirts.
shit sounds
back
nice. Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure I have that shirt now, or had. I haven't seen those shirts in a long time.
then. Yeah,
I had that at one point.
You probably do.
I used to wear that.
This
a lot.
song was cool. It's cool sounding. Like.
I'll cut that shit.
Oh shit. We've always done shit like this though. Fucked around
even since
with
we
instruments.
first started playing, man.
Even when we know what we're doing, we're still gonna fuck around like dummies.
The drums is like clap tracks.
Holy.
Drums.
What?
This cut.
Cuts to another fucking time.
I was like 8.
Everybody looks different
Everybody's
every time.
like 10. The Volvo.
I remember
man.
putting this shit on fucking.
Yeah, this one was
YouTube,
on our
yeah.
YouTube, yeah, but I took it off and like remastered it. This used to be like square footage and shit. I'm pretty sure I'm roasting. It was so fucked.
Definitely not like nice.
We're
and
also
stable.
watching it on fucking 4K shit, which is again not meant to really be watched like that, but it works.
Yeah, it does.
409. Let's see which one is.
I don't know if this shit was in like 2014 or like
Well, let's see.
13. I want to say around 13. I uploaded this to YouTube.
Let's see. It's 10 years ago. That was from this video here.
Shit, it's 2013.
So we filmed that probably even sooner than that. When we put it finally up, it was even later.
I feel like we would get it up pretty quick back then, though.
Probably.
Probably in like 13ish. Yeah,
Pretty much 10 years.
10 years. That's fucked.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Decade just below.
'Cause this
away.
shit don't seem like it was that long ago.
In a way, it does
But it
and
doesn't,
doesn't.
Yeah.
Adam's getting her now.
But the stabilized thing fucks up all the OG
Titles.
titles. It's zoomed in on it.
I fucking hate taking pictures, bro. I hate it at the end of the day. I don't like.
Just do handstands. You're alright.
I don't like doing that shit, man. It's necessary, like, for that kind of stuff, but like, I don't like it.
The way the text floats all over.
Titles, yeah. Fuck.
How's everyone, right? I think so.
I feel like I was probably such a different person back then, in a way.
Dude,
In a way,
10
yes.
years, man.
But mentally, like, obviously the same person at the same time, but I don't know. I feel like just, yeah, so much has changed since then.
What did we just do? What? What did we just do? We took some pictures and shit. Now we're gonna go back and take a look at the ones that are the best and upload them. For the 80th time. For the millionth time, you guys. And my legs are tired.
Cody's like 10 there.
Yeah, man.
Probably like 16 or some shit.
No, I
A
don't
little
know.
older? 18?
I feel like older than like 16.
I don't even know, man. It's hard to. I don't keep track of that anymore, pretty much at all.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of, but I feel like definitely older than 16. We were out of like, we were out of school by this
Maybe
point.
like 20.
Yeah, we were definitely out of school by this point.
God, that'll work. That's fine.
I think it's okay. It's EQ. Okay, it needs to be chopped a little bit hard.
You stop. Okay.
Can you stop? Yeah, just being filmed.
Understandable.
Throughout this
man.
whole thing, he's like, "Are you filming it?"
I don't know.
It's so fucking
I kind of get it.
especially when you're trying to record.
Yeah, man.
I understand that. But it's just
It's
funny.
another level of like
Playing
fucking shit
games.
fucking with you. Dude, I remember back then too, these sessions would drive me fucking crazy where we would like record for like a little bit and then the rest of the day would just be us fucking around,
yeah.
not being productive. I feel like we were too close of friends to like actually be in a band together.
In a
Just-
sense, yeah.
So we just wanted to fuck around and
you
do other
want
shit.
that, but don't want that at the same time.
Exactly,
It's like,
man. And it just made actually being productive like that. That's all I wanted to do when we would meet up, but like it never worked out that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't work out. That's just
Yeah, man. And now, yeah, like everybody's on such a different path. Like Cody doesn't even play much music anymore, and Omar is doing completely different projects.
yeah. The one he does is really like country like music,
Yeah,
which
man,
is
but
whatever. If that's what you want,
I
to
respect
do,
him
right?
for always staying busy in music.
True.
and
He
like,
does keep doing music.
no
which you
matter
have
what,
to
he's
fucking
always stuck with like, finding a band and being active and doing shows. Like,
respect. Yeah, I've been doing the shit with him now too, which is pretty cool.
yeah, man. I always
It's trippy to
respect
go
that.
back to that again, like we're
Mhm.
doing together. That's
I
how we
bet.
started.
Fuck, I missed that car a bit, man.
Dude, the Volvo
Car
was the
was so
best. It was the best.
Yeah, something sounds like it's burning.
Probably the rubber on your tires.
Again, I just always wonder what year was this shit, man.
Dude, this
Oh
is
my.
like ancient.
Again, school.
Yeah. Nate! Yeah, Nate said it.
Dude, that was like fucking maybe even before
Dude,
high school.
I was probably like 13 or 14 in this shit.
Holy
You were
fuck.
probably like 10.
Oh my god, that's so fucked, man.
Isn't that drugs?
That's crazy shit, dude.
And we skipped most of it. Finn.
Holy fuck, man.
And then a fucking weird throwback.
Weird walk through time, that's for damn sure.
That one with Nate in the end was like,
It was like 2006 or some shit. Like, holy, before high school, I feel like, man.
I don't even.
For me.
Oops. Cock.
Is there a way to like look at the OG
I
footage
can
and
try. Let's see if I can find that.
see like where the fuck year that shit was created?
If I can find where the hell I was making all that shit. What was in this one somewhere? Oh, see, that's the one I stabilized and shit. I forget.
Also, it probably wouldn't even be the original.
No, that one's like 2022. Obviously,
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
fucking done then.
It'd be a bitch to track it down.
It's probably in here somewhere. Some of the shit's 2008 already.
Dang.
Just random shit we would do.
Wow.
2007.
Holy shit, man.
I think somewhere in band. Oh, yeah, not just diagnosis. Oh, lag. Nice. Oops. 2009. Doesn't even say when it was made. They created.
It's fucking, for me, that's like literally half a lifetime ago.
Yeah, man.
Like 14, 15 years is half a life for me, man. Holy shit.
"2007."
Yeah.
Like back then when you were.
Oh man, just learning. Just playing covers. Trying to blast. All that time ago, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to fucking blast.
2000s. That's in the video too. That I have a remastered one of that shit.
Holy, that's
2007.
so fucking
How old is
long
that?
ago, bro?
2000.
16 years ago. This
Yeah.
wasn't half a lifetime.
Yeah, or half your fucking life ago.
I would have been like fucking 14.
14 years old when we were doing that shit. So some of this shit goes. That's the oldest shit. And that's 14 years ago.
Wow, man.
I don't think there's anything.
I was
older than
literally a fucking kid.
that. Those videos were we were recording on like digital cameras that barely even did video yet.
But at the time was like,
They're like
this
this
is great.
big.
Like,
They were that fucking big. When you pull them out on this monitor, they're this
Oh,
big.
yeah, like the
no joke.
tiny
240.
yeah.
That's legit.
The
boat
window's
this
like
big.
that big when you open it.
Yeah, on this monitor especially. 4K monitor, it's like.
Damn, bro. It's so cool. I'm so glad you have like archives of all this shit, man. I have a lot of archives, but not to this extent.
Yeah, that's old.
You've always had like the core files for all of our projects.
Really old shit. Yeah, the Craig eras. Yeah, it's all there.
Jesus. Even that shit was so. I was still in fucking school,
That's old, man. Yeah.
and it just was still so driven back then, and it just for that shit never have come to be is like, oh my god, it sucks. How
2007.
small that is.
Yeah, that's the size of the video.
Blowing a fucking
That's
recorder
the
in
size
traffic,
of the fucking
bro.
video. Even on a 1080 is that big. That's it on a fucking this screen.
Fucking child me blowing a fucking recorder in streets.
That's in the new video now somewhere.
Wow, mom would be
But it's
so proud.
1080, like remastered, stabilized.
Humble beginnings, man.
Yeah, man. That's fucking hilarious.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's all in here somewhere. But it's just randomly, especially those clips that are real small. They'll be a fucking 10 seconds.
Yeah, really small little clips. You said the video wasn't so great back then.
It's probably 240.
You didn't want to record long videos and shit.
It's probably legit 240. It's in here somewhere. Oh, that's one of the
That
real
crap
old
was
ones.
old as fuck,
Yeah,
man.
when you guys were spraying each other. That was the same size. Same camera. That was when my room was yours. It's your room, man. That's how
bro.
old it was.
Damn. That is fucked up.
And then he filmed himself spraying you.
Got that revenge. You better at the drums back then.
Yeah, probably couldn't do that nowadays. If I tried to do that now, I'd probably have a stroke.
Damn, bro. Holy shit. It's been a trippy like podcast then. Fucking
Touched a little bit of everything.
creativity and fucking going back in time a lot. That was trippy. One of these times I'll just sit down and just watch the whole fucking thing. Just that you and I are
It's like 52 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not like it's super long, but it's pretty cool to just sit and watch the whole fucking thing.
It's just like jarring to see some of that footage again. It's like
Some of it's
Wow.
so old, man. Like
didn't even realize we were
2007.
filming. Yeah, man.
2007? That's fucking insane.
I would have been a grade like fucking grade 8 or something.
Yeah.
Or going
Mad
going to high
fucking
school.
Mad fucking old. Nice. People dropping shit upstairs. Man. It happens all the time. I think they have a dog or something that like plays with a
Oh,
toy and
yeah.
you'll hear it like drop it or something once in a while.
That makes sense.
It's fucking loud.
I don't know where else to go with it, buddy. That went way longer than I was expecting.
Yeah, it probably did. Yes, it probably
Pretty
did.
long, right? Fucking 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, we'll probably end her there.
I don't know where
think.
else to go, but yeah, that
Thanks.
was nice. Thanks. I guess so. Thanks indeed. Just thanks.
Thanks. That's it. You watched for 2.5 hours. Thanks.
If you did watch that long, you're like a saint. Fucking nobody watches that shit long anymore.
People don't watch fucking 20
Long
seconds.
form videos, yeah. It's tough out there. In that long form territory.
Subscribe and shit.
Yeah.